There is only one Indigenous broadcaster championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio. Of course, unstoppable and remains the beacon of truth. It has been so since yesterday, and it is today and forever.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. Beloved homeland of our brave heroes. We must defend our lives or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if their price is death for all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Held to Biafra, consecrated nation, O fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending peace shall be a dedication. Spilling our blood we count a privilege. The waving standard which emboldens the free shall always be a flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscathed we'll pass. When we are poised the wounds of battle to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets peal the glorious sound of victory. We scarred our minds around. Oh God, protect us from the hidden pitfall. Guide all our movement lest we go astray. Give us the strength to hear the humanist call, to give and not to count their cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this climb a land of righteousness.
Bible clearly shows where the true Israelites are and where the Messiah is going to gather his people. Judah, he's going to gather from the four corners of the earth. But the other tribes, he will gather from beyond the rivers of Cush in Africa.
Like a candle in the night that came and blew us away.
And like a thief in the night, they came and stole it away.
We've been in the bondage for so long. We need a light.
All the Biafrans should stand up, rise up for your freedom.
It's a freedom song.
Freedom song, and together we save our land.
Yeah, no.
Freedom song, and together we save our land.
Yeah, from our religion, believe our nature, culture, now we are no one. So no more breathing, see we gotta go.
Our tradition is live and let live, but they are killing us now. We need peace.
See this land is green, we need a red and black to it. To make it work out, we need to be like Don
Better
Juan.
when we fighting for our freedom, so you gotta stand up, searching for the garden of Eden. Oh, we are freedom fighters, light of the lighter. We fight to dream, the hope of the rising sun. We will keep on believing and fighting to the end of time. We can't really walk. Hey. So Babylon them walkers of iniquity, brutality them can never see. The rising of the sun. The futures of tomorrow. Now give them the strength they need. Yeah. Freedom song. Freedom. We need a freedom song. Freedom song. Save our land. Freedom song. And together we save our freedom. Freedom song. And together we save our land. Together forever. Freedom song. And together we save our land.
Fight for
Freedom song. And together we save our land. Oh, freedom song. Freedom song. Freedom song. Save our land. Believe in me, Lord, I wanna live forever. Fight for your right. Believe in me, I wanna live forever. Fight for your right.
Yeah, this is another day. This is a brand new dawn. The land of freedom rising sun. That is my new home.
I know that we can, we stick to the plan, my brother, we headed for freedom. Monkeys are jumping around this zoo, I swear we own the kingdom.
People believing can have it. All of a dream that you know that. Think about things that we can achieve. Look at this song for all my people to rhyme it. Yo.
Freedom without no chains, fighting without no brains. That was a freedom fighter, pilot sergeant right after, huh?
I'm a freedom fighter. I can never walk away. With the rising sun, we are here to stay.
We're fighting for our rights, it's time to make it right. It's not a crime for you to fight all that to just survive.
Everything they say, have a time. This is our time. Let's rise. I fight for freedom.
We are living in a prison of our own creation, but we love the real mother nation. We wonder why discrimination everywhere.
Yes, once again, good evening, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people wherever you are all over the world. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and of course, we are streaming live through Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station, which is being anchored by Diokwa Uche Okafor Mefo, who hails from Averted in Anambra State. Diokwa Uche Okafor Mefo is the man who has assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And this is because there were evidence of corruption. There were testament to the activities of corruption in the whole system. And this is one word I do not expect everyone to understand the mindset behind it. But keep listening. Open your heart to the truth. Be willing to embrace it. It will be fine. I am George ONYIBE, and I come from Agbo, Anioma province in Delta State. And I should say every piece of land in Delta State is Biafra land. Biafrans are Biafrans. It doesn't matter whether you are from Igala, Igede, Idoma. It doesn't matter whether you are from Urobo, Ishekiri. It doesn't matter whether you are from Edo, you are from Bayelsa. It really doesn't matter if you are from Rivers State, Akwa Ibom State. You are from Imo, Enugu, Abia, Ebonyi. The truth remains that the same rope is holding all of us. The enemy did their job well. And each time we study how sophisticated the weapon of emasculation, how it is craftily designed. You see, it takes genuine people to liberate themselves. It takes few people to be able to break through it. And that is when sincerity begins to play out its real purpose. Forget about this small deception. You're hiding it. Somewhere you think you know it all. You are better than every other person. That is exactly what the imperialists want to happen. And we are aiding and abetting them, and they are doing fine. And so the earlier Biafrans will rise up and understand this is the solution. This is the key. This is the gateway to our destination. Believe me, encounter of different kind has just started. I will use this opportunity to acknowledge members of the de facto customary government. This is a body of pro-Biafran group who understand the precarious situation we have found ourselves. And of course, in their own little way, they have come together to provide us with effective governance, to provide us with code of governance, to provide us with opportunities, platform that enables us to carry everybody along. Nobody there is perfect, and nobody claims to be perfect, but the truth is that within their hearts, they need total freedom of our people. Freedom from mental slavery, freedom from financial setback, freedom from deception, freedom from bondage, any form of freedom, physically or spiritually. Believe me, we need it in its totality. Acknowledge both the parliamentary department and the implementation department. I sincerely say congratulations to members of Biafra Nation Alliance, men and women who against all odds stood by the side of the truth. We value men not just by their word but by their action, because nobody takes a kingdom by words. You take it by your action. These men and these women against all odds, they stood against evil and bloodied men just for the sake of the truth. From the media department to the administrators across the globe, of course, every member, you are highly appreciated. I humble myself before all of you, and I say, may God continue to give you the grace and the enablement that in the end, this which you desire, your expectation concerning Biafra will not be cut short. I also acknowledge the indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu, because these are our brothers. It is not hatred that drives us, but to help them to come back home, come back to their senses. I have been an instrument to calling all of you, most of you. Come, join this struggle. Come and join this struggle. Let's free our people. And when we were seen, delivered, and documented, I felt obligated to alert you that you have been signed, delivered, and documented. And not until our job is done. We are not going anywhere. But of course, you have developed a nonchalant attitude which actually will project you before the global community as somebody insane. You are in the mud already and you intend to fight very dirty. But believe me, we will fight dirty with you. But understand, it is genuine love that drives us. And so you go about every social media platform, you insult people, you talk to them anyhow, you deceive yourself even in the process. And of course, your number are dwindling on my platform. Maybe they have stopped Chinasa from receiving money. Is the upcoming cancer in IPONC. Because you need to equip more. But you that is on my platform now, you that goes about insulting people, are you a Biafran? What kind of Biafra are you looking for? What do you use as a yardstick to judge your mental ability? And who do you think you really are? Believe me, the journey has just begun. And believe me, we will be here to the end. It's a promise. So indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu, for the purpose of record, the next generation must understand. When you see people insulting people unnecessarily, watch them. They are the indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu. By their fruit you shall know them. There is no other pro-Biafran group that is involved in this type of character or attitude. It is only them. Because somewhere, somehow, they believe in blackmail. They believe in character assassination. They believe in lying, deception. But it's losing its power on a daily basis. And they just can't even see it. And now they have become the instrument of their undoing. And they just can't realize it. And so if you are on my platform, please go ahead with what you know how to do. Don't forget, I am your destiny and I am your doom. So continue with what you are doing. The world is observing you. This having been said, I said to the Creator, who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow. For he has not given us the spirit of fear, but of boldness, of sound mind, of love. that in the end his name alone be glorified. And so each time we lift up our eyes to the hill, from where cometh our help. For our help comes from the Lord who made the heavens and the earth. For he has promised to keep us from all evil, he who made our life. I give you the glory, Father, and I give you the honor. Have your way and communicate to your people in a language they will understand. Do not forget we are but little children before your very presence. Like your psalmist, your son said, we don't know how to go out and we don't know how to come in. But except you guide us, O Lord, we are not just forever lost, but we are forever doomed. But this is not your will or wish for us. And so I say, be the primordial influence that drives us. Take over everything, Father. Thank you for answering my prayer. For in Jesus' name I've prayed. Amen. And of course, don't be carried away. This is not a church service. No man fears to kneel before the God they serve. Without wasting further time, I will go to our topic this evening, which is simply titled, The Lingering Danger That Must Be Averted. The lingering danger that must be averted. There are danger lingering all over the Biafra nation. The Biafra as a state and the people who occupy the state. There are dangers lingering everywhere. It is dangling. It is just everywhere. And the people of Biafra must understand that we must do everything possible to avert this danger. No matter how dangerous it is. But it takes little principle to avert it. From the very day I joined Biafra agitation movement, I understand what plagues us as a people. I could clearly see solutions and the way forward. I do not perceive just the danger alone, but I was properly informed about the things that are bound to happen. And so with this knowledge, with this understanding, it is imperative that we put our energy in trying to submantle, to subdue this danger. As a people who have been living amidst dangerous disposition, which keeps lingering all over, at this very moment, it is important that we apply wisdom to be able to avert this danger. We have been entertaining deception. We have been enjoying its damages, and for quite some time, it is unfortunate that we have not been able to perceive its danger that it imposes on us as a people. We've been enjoying the deception. We have been enjoying every form of entertainment coming from this danger. And so those who are masters of deception played on our emotion and took advantage of it. But I tell you the truth, the consequence of this danger, regulated actions of very dangerous catastrophe. That is why we have been working hard to help our people to see what lies ahead of us. Now let me start this way. There were animal kingdom and they had a meeting. The animal gathered in their town square, and when the meeting was about to begin, the lion, as we all know or refer to as king of the jungle, called out to the people and said, who will lead us in prayer? They were quiet, and of course nobody wanted to lead the prayer. And after a while, Torches raised up his hand in the crowd and say, my king, I will lead the prayer. And so everybody got in the mood of praying, and then Torches led the prayer. And Torches said, O Lord, the creator of heaven and earth, I plead with you this day that you allow trouble to burst out in our midst. Let us begin to fight one another. Let trouble start in this meeting. Father, bring confusion, bring fight. Let us fight very well. And Lion from his throne roared very angrily to the torches and said, why would you pray such a prayer? Why would you raise such a prayer point? You are supposed to ask God, bless us, favor us, anoint us, deliver us, prosper us. There are so much to ask from God. Why would you ask him to bring fighting and quarreling in our midst? And the lion said to other animals like hyena and the rest of them, and said, bring that tortoise here. He must be taught a lesson. We will treat him the way he deserves. He has no respect for this kingdom. And they all bounced on the torches. But before they could lay a finger on him, and torches say, but your highness, your majesty, would it not have been fair you demand to know why I led or raised such a prayer point? And then the lion patiently said, okay, tell us, why would you raise such prayer point? And then the torches said, it is only when there is trouble, it is only when there is trouble, my king, that you will know who your enemy really are. That you will know those who love you and those who hate you. And so sometime there might be need for such exposé. If you quarrel now, you will see things you've not thought of. And so for the very first time, the lion applied his heart to reasoning, and he spared the torches. Today, the indigenous people of Biafra, having encountered such turbulence in time past, have found themselves on the same position. It becomes very expensive to say the truth, because we have all decided to become a group of intellectual, dishonest individuals. And when the truth is spoken, most of all feel bad. Should I say envy or jealous or wickedness that dwells within your heart will just rise up. And sometimes it's like, don't say it. You don't have to say it. It is applicable to the Nigerian state. They understand the case of injustice. They understand the case of victimization. They understand the issue behind disenfranchisement. They understand deliberate emasculation and subjugation of the people of Nigeria. We know fully well what nepotism is doing among us, corruption and among others. But look at what we do at the end of the day. We pretend as if all is well. You don't have to offend the government of the day. You got to be civil. You got to be okay. And that is why people like Nnamdi Kanu in a time like this come up with some kind of unimaginable character and attitude. And then we know this thing is wrong. We blinded our mind to the truth and we accept it. We accept it. We believe in it. But let me tell you the truth. And the more we begin to oppress this truth, the more we allow this issue to begin to linger, a lot of things will be going wrong. Make no mistake about it. Most of you don't want to fight dirty. In this instance, it requires you fight dirty. That problem is still there. I'm going to try to cut it short so I will not digress so much on this topic. I went back to when I was expelled from Biafra land. I wrote appreciation letter. And in that very letter, I placed a clause. I say, everything my people told me will happen to me has happened, except one. Not everybody gave thought to it. It's still on my word there. And some will say, what did your people tell you? Is that your business? Is that your business? What did your own father tell you? I'm not sure anybody bothered to say, what is that thing? But of course, it's not expected. I say, remaining one thing. And I tell you, it's a news of victory. When that issue is addressed, we don't need to fight for Biafra. When these issues are addressed, We don't need doors in our home to protect us from bandits and terrorists or criminals. Because everybody will know the truth. Everybody will accept the truth. Everybody will embrace the truth. Everybody will work for the truth. And eventually, it will become the truth. But to go to the length of this issue, it requires some time. You have to fight dirty. What do I mean by fighting dirty? Some people believe that they are in the mud already. They are dirty already. And so every little thing, because you are putting on white, they just jump out from the mud and threatens you. And then you say, please, don't stain me. I don't want to. But the issue should be, why are you harassing me? Why are you threatening me? And now you have a choice to make. To value your white garment more than your reputation. Or somewhere along the line, you soil the garment and then clear the issue and those things that affect your reputation. And then you can come back later on and have a thorough wash. And then that person with the mud will not try you next time, because he knows that you may be putting on a white garment, but you are ready to fight in the mud. And let me try to bring it down. Some persons ask me, Reverend, you are bigger than this thing. Why are you doing it? And that is when I make some posts, it look childish. When I make some comment on Facebook, it doesn't not look mature to you. But this is one of the greatest miracles that is delivering in Nandekano and IPONG. Somebody need to get down there. I cannot speak BB grammar from morning to night. I cannot pretend that I am something that I am not. I have degrees and I'm better than everybody. It doesn't work that way. Drastic behavior sometimes call for drastic reaction. We've seen it happen in many times. I have been puzzled, or I have been involved in issues like that in time past. And in most cases, in the midst of people who do not expect me to behave like that, I react. Let me give instance. As a reverend, and then I was a young minister, I had a senior pastor ahead of me. And then as a contractor also, somebody linked me to a contract. And I won that contract. But it was a very tiny contract. Just 850,000 naira then. And I know most people who link us to these contracts always demand for their own percentage. And so if you give me a job on contract basis, I will ask you, what is your interest on this contract? You tell me, I bargain with you. And so we don't have issue at the end of the day. But of course, the money to buy material for that job is almost close to 8 million naira. And so the man was there when I negotiated with the client. And so everything they were going to give to me is some naira less than 9 million naira. And so immediately I went with the man's wife to the company where we paid for those goods. And then they gave me advance payment for the contract. And on coming back, I called the brother and I said, this is the tone of the value of money I have here. So how much should I give to you? He said, anything that is okay. And I brought out 50,000 out of the money that is meant for the installation, and I gave to him. He took the money and he left. And after having some chat with some persons, he came back. And he said, this money you gave to me is too small. Are you telling me that a contract of almost 9 million naira, you are giving me 50,000? I said, oh, there is a mistake somewhere. I was actually asked to follow the woman, the madam of the house, for procurement, because they believe I can be able to guide them on how to get the original one. I have nothing to do with 8 million naira from that amount. This is the one that is meant for me. And from there, I gave you 50,000. And the young man said, okay, I know what to do. My own percentage there, the last money I will collect from you is 150,000. He threatened me. And honestly, if I give him that money, I won't be able to deliver that job because I have to pay workers. And so I kept quiet. But he took advantage of me, that I'm a pastor. And so he had a way to discipline me or to get to me. And on that very day, I was on the altar. He came to the church with some youth, some boys from that area. And they came into the church. And the ushers was like, what is happening? Because they came in like, what do I call them? And from the altar, I cited them and I said, leave these people alone. Let them come. And then they came inside the church. And I said, what is the problem? He said, God, you go give us our money. I said, now money. And I jacked him immediately. I was with my reverend cloth, fully dressed. I jacked him. I dragged him to the altar and gave him the beating of his life. He accepted Jesus Christ at the end of the day. I beat hell out of him. Church was quiet for some time. After beating all of the others, I saw, don't let anybody leave these premises. And now I explained to the other zombies. Because when you get involved in matter you know nothing about, you are just zombie. I said, this is what happened. And all of them were like telling the guy, but why the man is even a pastor, why do you bring us here? And he started crying. Maybe he's listening to this broadcast. And I told him, I forgive you. And I prayed for them. They joined us in the service. And meanwhile, there were other associate pastors who were there and said, you reacted too fast, you were too harsh, you should not have done that. Because they don't want to fight dirty. But when they see the miracle, that all these boys became born again instanta, they will not say, my brother, Reverend, how I wish I have this kind of grace. So the boy became a church member for as long as I can remember, or I worship with that ministry. He was very committed. Because he want to disgrace me because I'm a pastor. I will follow you up so that you know that pastors are not idiots. Before whatever we are, we've been there in that mode with you. What am I trying to say? Before our very eyes, we see Nnamdi Kanu deliberately destroying the image of Igbo people. And some of you are sitting back and feeling, where is our own? He's fighting for our interest. My brother is not fighting for your interest. Some of you feel, I cannot mingle with them. They are low class. What is the value of a high class without the low class? The high class is valueless. It is actually the low class that passes that information that you are high class. And so you see, one cannot exist without the other. We keep taking pain to make you see something is wrong, something is wrong. Some of you like zombie, you are following Nnamdi Kanu sheepishly. But he is not our message. But it become a clause in the wheel of our progress. We will continue telling you, if you like, listen. If you don't like, don't listen. But the day will come. We are listeners, most of which are not Biafra, will tell you, we told you. We told you. One of the greatest problems we have had as a people in the Nigerian state is that they generalize the sin of one man against everybody. And now we are pushing. This man is selling us. This man is betraying us. This man is killing us. This man is stealing our money. This man is raping our women. This man has become a cannibal. This man has built terrorists and militia group in our. This man is doing able. He sealed and delivered and documented us. We are telling you now, some of you are playing game of interest. You just sit down and look at yourself. What are you? Ohaneze Ndigbo, World Igbo Congress, Fada Mbaka, what exactly are you? Look at the role you have played in this agitation and in the life of Nnamdi Kanu. How proud are you? Tell yourself the truth. Take a genuine, sincere assessment of who you are. Why am I saying this? In 3 or 4 of my broadcasts, if I have to replay them, I replay them. You know, sometimes I talk plenty. You know, sometimes I keep you in between so many metaphors. Maybe so you don't get what I'm saying because it's not meant for everybody, but only the thinkers will understand where I'm coming from. I said there are things that will happen you will see how vulnerable we are. And we shouldn't give room to these things. We understand the genuine thing. I say, don't let this thing happen. You see, Ojukwu didn't have the time to explain what happened to the generation of 1967 and 1970. These issues were unchecked. I don't want to win you by my strength. I want to win you by my success. And so I put more energy to those avenues I know I can be successful. And in the end, you will be struggling with failure. And I will emerge victorious. You don't have a choice. There are a lot of things going on. From your own perspective, you have passed judgment. My brother, take a little bit and understand that he that is down fears no fall. My brother, pause a little bit and reconsider the consequence of where this will lead us to. The Igbo nation are the most successful people, I should say, in Africa. The Igbo nation are the most unorganized society in Africa. Important matter, important to them. And you see, somebody said, we don't know politics. And that is truth. I've tried time without number to explain what politics is. But each time I bring up this matter, people always get misinformed. And I'm trying to look for a better way to project politics so that we can understand it in its real sense, not in terms of voting and ballot box. Things are going wrong. Because nothing happened does not mean something will not happen. If you are not able to stand up as a genuine Biafran son and daughter, most especially the Igbo extraction, and put an end to certain things, you have no idea what is coming. You don't. And so one of the things we are doing on this platform, and even when we were with IPOB, is to create a platform where all these issues should be reviewed, treated, and for the first time, let the truth come to the glaring light. And so anybody who at the end of the day will wake up and start living in his or her subconscious mind, that is their business. But then we continue. No wonder Paul said to the Galatians, who have bewitched you? Now, I go back a little bit to the purpose or the main aim of this study. There was a time we believed in Nnamdi Kanu. We trusted in Nnamdi Kanu. Go and ask General Miracle Hellfire. When I met him in this struggle, I was not in agreement with some of the things he was doing or he did on that day. And I called him and I said, this, why did you not do it like this? He said, but this is this and that is that. I don't want to tell you the story anyway. But then, I told him, we must support this man. One of our weaknesses as a people is that as an Igbo, we have to prove to the world that we have a king. But of course, having a king and a king living by the rules, they are all very important. General Miracle Hellfire is listening. I do not know how he interpreted it, but I'm happy he know. And among other millions of testimony, that majority of us, most of us, were ready to even die for Nnamdi Kanu to bring Biafra. In 2015, when he was arrested, we were here defending everything that he preached, because he said one thing, he lied. Go and ask him as a mefo. Onoji ibiriku jato ase. But in that prayer, if you see the atrocity he's committing, it's unbelievable. I know Satan will be afraid. Satan is not safe in the hand of Nnamdi Kanu. And you are the people aiding and abetting him. The consequence will come out. I'm coming. It started with Chidebere. from one challenge to another. Chidebere Onwudiwe is a sincere man, surrounded by criminals like Bright Chimezie. I've seen a man with a clean heart, though very rugged man, but he has a pure heart. He was surrounded by criminals like Bright Chimezie. Others has gone undercover. It's only Bright Chimezie still moving transmitter from one community to another. Hey, we are now in Ebonyi. Oh, check us out. We are now in Lagos. But at the end of the day, they blame you for it. Let's not go that place anyway. And I see there were problems everywhere. There were chaos everywhere. I started looking at the system. It was a very difficult and tough moment for IPOB. Chidebere was arrested along the line. All the people around him were arrested. All the leaders of IPOB, Ikechukwu and the rest of them, all of them were arrested. Just very few, like David Njoko of Rivers State, only very few hardcore were remaining. And it called for all of us to run. And then I spent almost 2 years settling disputes. If you settle here, you go here. 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 But understand, I do not judge people by hearsay or then see. In one of the instances, I asked Nnamdi Kanu in his house in Afari Beku, because I told him something. I saw a woman cooking food for people to eat. And this woman and some group of IPOB there have blood oath. And their allegiance is not to Nnamdi Kanu. And when I saw them cooking, I knew Nnamdi Kanu himself is not safe. I knew nobody there was saved. Because their loyalty is for them. How do I get this information? They are under secret, very secret, dangerous code. One of them is Aboman. And having joined them before he knew. And sometimes we have to die for the truth. We are willing. We don't compromise. He told me everything. And then they can say, oh, these people are the best of the best of the best of the best. I never understand that he's part of that evil. And I called him. I said, since you were in prison, till today, have I reported anybody to you? He said, no. I said, does it mean I've not been offended or have reason to report people to you? But I don't think it's necessary. I'm supposed to be a solution to problem, not creating my own problem. This is why I want your burden to be lightened. I manage those challenges. He said, okay, I'll put my eye on them. What am I trying to tell you in effect? From one point to another, there were crises everywhere, crisis everywhere, crisis everywhere. The more you try to solve it, the more it continues to escalate. I took my time and I look into the system. Some people say, it's Uchemefo. I know I called Uchemefo on phone more than 1 year. He refused to pick my call. It was late Chimo Biokafo that was poisoned by the same zombie punk. I told Mazimefo, listen to this guy, he's not a bad person. Because the place was so dirty that you don't even know who to trust. It took time for me to earn his trust. I don't know anything about him. We are not Kaba, we are not Pali. But I just saw him as a person in place of authority that need our support. And if he's doing the right thing, why won't we? And then I went close to Mazimefo, and I discovered this man was just floating on the water. He don't even know anything. I deal with him based on any issue I have with him. I don't discuss Nnamdi Kanu with him. Neither do I discuss him with Nnamdi Kanu. I deal with them based on any issue that need attention regarding my relationship with them. But now, I have the advantage of knowing the truth more than anybody. And we got to a stage. Nnamdi Kanu will ask me, I hope you don't talk to Mazimefo. I hope you don't tell them I send you. I say, no, I don't tell them. And honestly, I don't tell them. And then people will go behind. Oh, Mazimefo has caused trouble. He's leading our people to death. I can assure you that 90% of protests were led in Biafra land. Mazimefo is not aware. But what will he have to do? He goes on radio and intervene. There was a day they want to head a protest in Aba, and somebody has sold them out already, and they would have been killed. And he heard that they were doing protest in Aba. He went on air immediately and called off that protest. I know many people say, hey, we want protest. See, as Uche Mefro just spoiler, he want to kill Nnamdi Kanu, he want to do this one. I knew he don't even know what is happening. I left them there and managed situation. But this problem was up and go everywhere. But I was happy when Nnamdi Kanu came back, the family was intact. And then we moved back. The same problem, the same thing you are seeing repeating itself was the same thing that happened. And then one day, I looked closely to the system and I saw that Nnamdi Kanu was actually the one hitting all our heads together. Because if he does not turn you against each other, he cannot function. I'm saying this now for those of you who are rejoicing over the cancer you just removed. My brother, COVID-37 is going to be removed very soon. Your turn is coming. Because this is a sickness, this is a disease that must be treated. You cannot continue to entertain it. And I noticed Nnamdi Kanu was behind everything. And when you are listening now, saboteur janja weed. Ipokwa mazami yo. Ipo mazami. Any name you call me, I will answer. I learned a great deal from my parents. Somebody called a woman Ashawu in a public vehicle. And they must say, yes, I be Ashawu, just like your mama and your papa, all of us na Ashawu. But all this, I know if you sleep like person like you. The man that was calling the woman Ashawu, he shut up. The woman fired her, and that is how the matter ended. And when we came down, my mother said, do you know what stopped this quarrel? I said, no. He said, because that woman did not reject that name. Because they want to put you on a defensive angle. And so you keep defending yourself. So they say you are a good man. Nobody is good except God in heaven. You follow this trouble log ahead. And I noticed that Nnamdi Kanu was behind everything. He will call some of you. Just watch China's character. That is how Nnamdi Kanu rules. Nnamdi Kanu will call you, for instance, with what is happening. He will call, what do they call it? Dr. Nelly. Dr. Nelly will say, the things are bad. The DOS are not doing well. Nnamdi Kanu say, what do you mean? Did I not give you the right, the privilege, the position to take care of it? My friend, go back and tell them I said so. You think, yeah, Supreme Mercy has spoken. With morale, you start challenging everybody. And then Chike Dozen will still go back to the same Supreme Mercy and said, Nelly Ofuegbu is really disturbing the whole thing. She doesn't obey any order. She just disorganized everywhere. Insult me. Now they can say, what do you mean? Are you not the head of the DOS? So you don't know what to do. My friend, go there and put all of them under suspension. But the same person telling you to suspend Nelly is the same person telling Nelly to stand up for his right. To both of you, is an angel Gabriel. This thing is going to backfire. Oh. I'm coming to the main point too. Then he will go to some people and tell you will go and complain. When you finish complaining, he ginger your morale. He tell you, go and fight your brother. All of you will be fighting yourself. Like China's aversion. He will come to you, bro. I'm telling you, if Chinas are used to call you bro, no, you are dead already. Bro, are you there now, bro? No, you are dead. Their heart cannot accept brother. They can't pronounce it completely. Because they will eat you the next minute or slightest opportunity they have. And so when I discovered that Nnamdi Kanu was actually the one promoting all the crises inside IPOB. I cannot figure out what really went wrong. I don't know what he want to achieve and the way God will do his things. He will send people. Go and do judge like this. Go and do judge like that. And the people will come and say, I don't know what you do, Oga. See what he say, may we do you. I come in terms with them. I'm saying it, letting Nnamdi Kanu and all those start. I have first-hand information. That is when I saw Josephine Erewa talking about people who were using derogated language and he lose respect for them. I get Josephine Erewa audios where she they talk rubbish. God will save all of you for the sake of trust issue. I keep quiet and wait for all of you to come out in the open. And then I will turn back and go to Nnamdi Kanu. He said, George, you know I'm very proud of you. Do you know I'm very proud of you? I say, Nikwanwe. And I noticed what was going on is very bad. They were deliberate attack to finish me. But I knew before they even make the first move. I knew everything they planned. They are the one that planned. They will be the one to tell me. I'll be looking at them. And he got to the stage. I said to Mazimefo, look at what your brother is doing. Look at what your brother is doing. Mazimefo argued. No, it's not Nnamdi Kanu. No, he argued. You know, he uses 48 laws of power to conjure many of you. And I use the same application for mirror tactics. And so for the first time, those close to him who thought he's an angel saw the game he was playing with all of us. That is when things fall apart. And then people will call him, boss, supreme mercy, hallelujah, holy, holy. This thing is not good now. He then turn and say, you are a chabotoa, you are a chabotoa, zombie with timpu, hey, you are a chabotoa, you are a chabotoa. A lot of damage is being done to the very fabric foundation of our existence. And most of you are not seeing it. And now this brought me to the point where I have to narrate all these things. The issue of cancer. They are afraid to call saboteur now. Because we did promise them. After our set, you won't call another person saboteur again. Expired. Other saboteur now, Ndiara. Now, let's take time and look at maybe 2 or 3 persons involved in part of that cancer, supposedly. And a lesson for those of you calling others cancer, your turn will come. Simeon Ekpa is changing the narrative. All of you are clapping for him. The same all of you clapping for him. Are you not the one who want to kill him? One of my brokers, I pointed it out to you people. Nigerians have one kind of character. It is appalling, very shameful that we will manifest it. Forget about who you think you are. We are properly reviewing all of you. When Nigeria is playing ball, Super Eagles take the ball, they dribble the ball, they jam the ball, they score the enemy. It's a goal. Okocha have scored 1 goal. Then the next thing you hear, Nigerians will start saying, Okocha, my man, Okocha can play. That guy is something else. He has the angel leg. He's with a golden boot. They begin to shower Okocha with praise because he scored goal. But allow Okocha to miss goal, and then the opponent will now equalize. Because you begin to hear mama, what thing they do Okocha self, what thing they do and self. Oh boy, make you straighten up. And then he moves it, they make another move again. They score again. It becomes 2-1. Maybe the country against Nigeria. The next thing you begin to hear, Okocha don't collect bribe. He don't chop money. You know, see him Bele. He don't they sell us. He do deal with those people. He want make them win us. Okocha is sinful. Inside the same field, the same tournament, the same match, that man with a golden boot, you could destroy him instantly. This is the way Nigerian function, and you are bringing it into IPOB. And with the knowledge we have regarding how the system works, you think we'll back down for you? Fasten your seatbelt will never start. Let him now finish his negotiation. Let him come and do Jagaban. After this one, there will be no Jagaban in Biafra land again. South, south, southeast, there will be no Jagaban. Remember one mistake make on make. What we say is that we will kill him, we will snap him out, we will do this one, we will kill his family, we will do this one. I tell you, we have chosen this very path. This is our decision. And believe me, whatever it gives in the end, we will make sure it will not end in your own time. The best thing we can do for ourselves, let us amend our ways, because we are really very, very ready to fight dirty, but for the genuine cause. We live in darkness just to serve the purpose of the light. Don't you understand it? That is how they function. And so, coming back to where I was before, everybody now know the truth. I start from Rabbi Charles. When Rabbi Charles came into IPOB, I was the person he came to. After the program, he contacted me through my line. He told me he's from Anambra State and around the Hiala. And he said Benjamin Madubugu is his relative. He needed Benjamin Madubugu number. Benjamin, if you want to know the person that hate you for more in this world, more than devil, is Benjamin Madubugu. I gave him the number. He started contacting Benjamin Madubugu. The relationship turned out to him and Mado. Because once you are related to Nnamdi Kanu, or you are a friend of any of his cabal, or you are anyhow, before you know, they have formed their own. Before you know, he become a mystery. Those ones don't concern me. I do what I'm supposed to do, and I leave the rest. Rabbis sit back, character assassinate everybody, blackmail everybody. Oh my God, I never knew he's a cancer. To him now, when they cannot come, I will report my matter. I will do this one. You people should not worry. I will talk to the distinguished members of Saboteur Association of Biafra land. Maybe we need to print some emergency form so that we can accommodate all of you. We cannot reject you now. The people that know nothing about IPOB, the people that know nothing, the very structure, they don't know how it functions. Keke na pepe mechanic they work man dize. Keke na pepe they work man dize. We are the saboteur, right? Now you are the cancer disease. I didn't say so. Let's go to next one. Owa Sophia. And of course, whatever I say it with respect, Owa Sophia. The only painful thing there is, Owa Sophia, you know the truth. But maybe you want to be on the winning part. You kept quiet. When I was expelled from IPOB, that morning, maybe at about around 10 a.m., Owa Sophia called me. He said, Mazi, I heard what happened. Please don't say anything. Please don't say anything. I said, Owa Sophia, I have moved on with my life. I thought I was useful. And I did play my role well. And if for any reason there are people who can do the job better than me or I'm not fit, I step aside. But tell them not to call me. But if they call me, my dear, I'm not promising you anything. I will answer them. Because what punk does is the moment they remove you, they start blackmailing you. Just watch what is coming in the upcoming day. You will hear Rabbi Charles was a homosexual. Rabbi Charles was a gay. They will not tell you that Sophia is not married. That is what they do. And I can't take such insolence from animals. Because only animal lives by the instincts that you have to kill another in order to remain alive. I don't tolerate people like that. Since that day till this moment, she never called me again. But I gave her my word. What are the things I said? It pains me. But I don't blame her. Everybody is playing safe. Like some of you, you know the problem already. You are playing safe. By there it will get to you. While Sophia was talking and talking and talking and talking, then rob us, then steal us. People don't, she's not passing the message clearly. I organized our people in Edo State. We organized them. There was a very wonderful coordinator there in Chinedu. And of course, this very group were not organized on ground. It was through the internet I organized them. Benin people from across the globe. You have Armstrong Umeji, you have Owasufia, just to mention but a few. And I told them there is need to set up a transmitter in a Benin city so our people can hear this thing, let them be carried along. Because it's actually trying to create enabling atmosphere, enabling environment that allows us to function as one family that we are without any reservation. Sophia loved it. The weather Asia, Esako, Ekpoma, Orionwo, Awuchi, all of them, Igodomigodo, Agadamigada, Idu Kingdom, all of them came together. They started making contribution. The same way, I also encourage the people from Delta. Let's see how we can put transmitter there. One of our brother, Maze Paul Okonkwo, Okum, he gave me 100,000. Nobody was aware. He said, see how you can get money and then add a mini transmitter in your place so that your people will be hearing what you are saying. I took the money to Anyoma Defense. I said, see, this man gave us this money, this man gave us this money. I brought Mazio Kom into the forum. And that encourages them. That people made contribution. And now understand, I was just a process and not with that money. I was just a medium. Now coming back to Wasofia. The moment they heard there is money, okay, foreign begin to ransack the whole Anyoma with the Faith Ogala. I think Faith Ogala is among the cancer in the Ara. But God vindicated me. Because the day they come to tell Anyoma people that all the money they have been contributing, that I'm with it, they told him, Bruno and the rest of them told them, chocolate them, this man is not aware of this contribution. So how could he possibly eat the money? In one of our meetings, I asked them, I said, but they told me, now this money they say you chop now. I said, but I'm not even aware of it. Many of them almost cried. Now let me tell you how it ended. They had to do a vote in that meeting. They said they have accused ONYIBE for eating this money. And he know nothing about it. Now do we give this money to IPOB or we withheld the money? Some people voted give IPOB. Some people voted and say we will not. I will collect my own. But more than 80% of people who made that contribution eventually asked the forum to give the rest their money to me. So you see, the more you blackmail me, the more it get better for me. Then on the other side of Edo, okay, foreign was in charge of data. Asking you, bring the teller, bring the teller. Did you send ONYIBE money? Bring the teller. Give me the account. It's important. If I say me thunder fire all of you and I never read you, that means I'm very kind. Wasofia, they contributed money. It should be up to about 350,000 or 500,000. They wanted to buy a bigger one, 3 million. I directed Wasofia to Edo State Coordinator, Chinedu. I was only a medium. I didn't touch the money. Before you know, Bright Chimezie was all over everywhere. But Wasofia know the game that is on already. Because they start accusing me of eating the money, even without knowing that I did not know. Chinedu never gave me details. I only tell Chinedu, keep record of this money because they will come for it. I told you Wasofia and Omeji are strong them. I said keep record because snake wey one person see na python. You people should ask Bright Chimezie how much did they dupe people inside transmitter. You see what you don't know, you don't know. So when Wasofia is saying our money, all the money Edo people collect. Then I ask Bright Chimezie when he keep them. And so anytime you come up, you say the truth. There are some group of criminals that will come. Shut up, you are saboteur. Shut up. This thing will affect all of us. Just look at all of them that they expelled for speaking up the truth, for having a contrary view. Now, look at what it's going to cost. Somebody say, hey, don't worry. If you talk 3 days, you don't expire. My guy, you never expire. Who are you won't care for? Who are dumb won't care for? You never expire. Most of you are ignorantly destroying everything that we have labored to put in place. If you want to make enemy, is it a dope person you use to make enemy? I know you will not understand it too, because you soon tell me, hey, no lead them, they come on, no lead them, they come on. But you will not tell me that it's in the Kano that hired them. They have been able to hold, what is her name? Omote Biafra, better hostage. She's running her mouth now. She will come back. Maybe she will be HIV that time. She's a HIV already now because they are trying to sustain her. Mad people. You see now they cannot have hired all of them now. See me on it now. Go online. I will post the video on my line when the Kano was broadcasting. I was shouting, Wasofia the hardcore, Wasofia my hardcore. Now she's a virus. That is why we say Biafra may be without a defined territory. Because it's still going to be negotiable. Some people who are not the same DNA with us may choose to follow us when Biafra is restored. And if the terms and conditions regarding this imagination favors everybody, what stops them from being part? When they say under Europe you have Francophone and Anglophone, I do not comprehend the mindset that makes all of them Europeans. But they are. They are. Based on terms on agreement. So he brought all of them. Now, don't you know that sometime when chuku day for your leg, another chuku day for your eye, you know no say na brain, they use the commode the one way day for eye. Chuku way day for leg, you feel carry plier, comot am. But the one way there for eye, if you no use wisdom, you go bust the eye. You see, that is when the Bible says wisdom is the principal thing. In all that getting, get wisdom. We know number one, there is a deliberate act to destroy Biafran struggle. Number two, there is a deliberate act to politicize Biafran struggle. Number three, there is a deliberate act to merchandise Biafra struggle. But whatever the case may be rest assured, we are endangering the future of the next generation. That is why we have to be very careful. We say, I saboteur because they expel you. They don't expel now. Now they for standard because the bench don't full. And those of you jumping, hey, your turn is coming. Look at how time flies. Less than 1 year. Look at how all of you have shot yourself in the leg. And when David Umaru tell you I'm not a Biafra, he say, he's a Janjaweed, he's a Janjaweed. Who identify with people who can't reason without shame? Who identify with such people? Would he have said that? Would he have said that under normal circumstance? Forget about, we may refer them as a political statement. But under normal circumstance, you don't joke with certain things. The people of Biafra must understand. Every confusion you are seeing goes beyond IPOB. It goes beyond IPOB. Many people don't want to say anything because Arwan or somebody, they don't want insult. But that does not dampen the whole thing. Many people just keep quiet. Thank God for the ones that are opening their mouths. I tell you, when you hear Ebubago killing people in Limo, Ebonyi and Anambra, Ebubago. Thank God that those of you who accept and entertain this info is in your community. Come and do Ebubago outside any place and say you are Biafra. Can you join him more koi? And why would it be so? Because something is wrong. And somebody is still trying to call blue black. Somebody is still trying to justify evil. If we must get this thing, we must be open and tell ourselves the truth. Forget about the position where you are. Forget about the role your money play. We don't have money. We understand. We did not go to school. We accept that. We are not influential, neither are we connected. It's okay. But you see, we put our blood in this thing. Would you understand that? We put our blood in this thing. On this ground, we have seen men. If I see people with the ginger, hey, we are formidable. You've not been there. You've not been there. If you are there, you will be very careful what you do. And then lastly, maybe the other one has received information that he will be expelled. The one that is always calling from his location. He now tender apology. I apologize to be of furniture. I apologize, Hanese. I apologize, Ucheme. For my guy, you are still deceiving yourself. That is arrogant apology. And you see, under the Biafra Nation Alliance, it's not acceptable, my guy. If you are apologizing, come out openly. If you are not, you are deceiving yourself. If Mazimefo accept itself, we will not accept them. Biafra Nation Alliance will not accept it. The easiest way to insult a person higher than you is to tell him with due respect. And every reasonable man understand that. Anybody telling you with due respect, sir, he does not respect you. That your apology is arrogant. You people knew the truth. You sat and support evil. So all of a sudden, why are you being born again? It is applicable to every Biafra. If you like, about social media warrior, when we are finished setting up, we shall know who the enemy of the people are. Where is Chukwumadike? Let me not mention their name anyway. Where are all these formidable hard men on ground? Where are they? Nkege Ogadizichi. You see people trading us for dollars and pounds. Use you and dump you. And then you don't have sense. You are a zombie. You are jumping up and down. Look at how you are dragging the name of Biafra into the mud. And you are pretending we are doing it at home. We are no one there around. The people I'm talking to, they know themselves. And if the Igbo nation fail to rise up and take their stand, the consequence is that at the end of the day, they say, hey, Igbo people do like this, Igbo people do like that. Now Igbo people, now Igbo people. Not be Igbo people, now they can't. The Igbo people will go suffer and now still they protecting Nnamdi Kanu. Hey, it's not us. Hey, it's a holy. Yeah, it's a holy. Our supremacy. Why can't you learn? Why can't you learn how other people preserve themselves? Most people will not know where Dele Igiwa is from. That is Edo State man. Most people will not know where Ambrose Ali came from. That is Edo State man. Most people will not know where Obomudia come from. Let's say he's a Bendel man. Most people cannot even give account that Anene is from Edo State. Because by their tradition and way of living, Iyonye matara, Iyonye batara, ojisi aburu ya. Ihe olonye ole gbata, ojisi aburu. And you see, by allowing people to answer their true name, it creates a different information about who the people really are. You will not accept it. You will make the mistake. And then you endanger the next generation. And when it starts, we will be wailing. Nnamdi Kanu was already looking for who to kill, how to cut head, issuing order. Parliamentary elders and all of you elders saw him. You never said anything. And then, is it not a shame when Buhari held him? You now go to Buhari to leave him. That is a dent to the image nation, Igbo nation. You're supposed to set up one organization and say, go and beg for us. And so it's not going to be Igbo nation. Have you seen Hausa nation come to tell you anything? They have their group with different wings. You can call them the Arewa Northern Forum. They sponsor Boko Haram. They sponsor Miatiala. They sponsor Fulani herdsmen. They sponsor Northern women. They sponsor onion seller, carrot seller, sugarcane seller, yam seller, tomato seller. They sponsor everything. But they come under the guise of Arewa Northern. Can't we learn from all those things? That for us to come out in form of statement and elder and destroy everything. Now we stop here. It's just two simple message. Those of you new cancer, because you are not saboteur, apply for saboteurship. Because as a cancer, once you destroy the host, you too will die. The virus versus the host. One have to die for another. So apply so your status quo can be improved on. And those of you who are still calling others cancer, rat in the cage, get ready, your own is coming. How can we sacrifice a whole nation for one man? Living in affluence, eating our money. Is it not money? What is causing this problem? Onye money, hibe money. Apo YG. This is where I will stop this night. The matter has not ended. There are dangers looming everywhere. We must work very hard to avert it. Because if it happen, oh, we have seen them. God have shown us. And the point is that a brother is taking a gun and facing a brother. You will see how vulnerable our land is. And our people can't perceive it. You can't perceive it. Now going back to a little bit back to Wasofia broadcast. One of the callers said, in Benin, Igbo people have house. In fact, the venue where we used to do IPOB meeting, it belongs to one Igbo man in Benin there. He looked like indigene. It took years before I can agree that that guy is an Igbo man. He be like Benin man. Speak like Benin, talk like Benin, behave like Benin, everything Benin, until he wear Ishiago. I knew, this guy na Igbo guy. He's a landlord in that place. He's doing business and doing very well. Answer the Akwa Ibom people. On a Chanambra, how many tribes they live there? It's only Akwa Ibom people I know that they leave their land and their next America is Anambra. And so you may see most of them there. But the Igbos are everywhere. It makes them an easy target. And whatever you are doing, you are endangering their life without proper consideration on how you are going to save them. You are a devil. You are a devil. Because tomorrow, after causing this hulobalo, and you endanger their life, and then you have a situation you cannot control because you have not controlled the position of collateral damage. And then we come and say that, oh, they are killing us, oh, 3 million die, oh, they are killing us, oh. Are we going to allow this thing to happen to us for the second time? It's okay. Who is deceiving? Let him be deceiving. The people who meant well, let them mean well. At this moment, our lines are open. If you have the privilege of calling in, you call in and make your contribution. And of course, you must have one thing at the back of your mind. With the complex situation we have found ourselves, believe me, it's not very easy to correct many things. And this is not one man can actually correct. But rather, the de facto customary government is there to review issues, to deliberate on matters as it affects us as a people. And then we'll forge a way forward. I must encourage you, every component nation that makes up Biafra, every tribe in Biafra land, look for a way and join them. Understand what they are saying. It's all about negotiation. And somewhere along the line, I know we will be able to have our foot on one position. And then we are ready to go. I have a caller on the line already. But then let me see. Caller on the WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. You are listening to your radio. Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Do I cut you off? Yes, just hold the line. Let me give her the number. Very fine. Just hold the line. Let me give her the number. Then I'll bring you in. Just hold the line. Yes, for the people who are listening, our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971. And then our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642 is our WhatsApp line. And if you cannot access the studio line, I encourage you to call in through my social media platform. Yes, caller on WhatsApp, you can go ahead, your name and where you're calling from. Caller on WhatsApp, go ahead, please.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. Go ahead.
Good evening, sir. My name remains Chukwudi Eric from Anama Province. This is the time for Biafrans to wake up and do something. Because we need a nation for the sake of our people back home. We don't need a nation that Nigeria will be better than that kind of nation. My name remains Chukwudi Eric. I hail from Anama Province. I live in Italy. Glory be to God. I have an opportunity to talk to Biafrans today. And I hope people like Uwa Sophia, Faith Ogala, Robert Charles will be listening to my voice this night. Because what goes around must comes around. If you support evil, that evil you support must come back to you. Because any activity about IPOB under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu is evil. Anything concerning Nnamdi Kanu and DOS is evil. These men are not genuine. They are not telling our people the truth. They are not fighting for our freedom. Because anybody who come up, who stand firm, who stand for the justice of our people, who believe that Nigeria as a state is an evil country and we need the freedom of our people, must do the right thing. IPOB under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu is not doing the right thing. They are deceiving our people, misleading our people, and Biafrans need to wake up. I don't know where you belong, I don't know who you believe, or where to stand to fight for your freedom. But as for me, I know where I belong to. I know who I believe. I know the people I need to listen to. Because this Nnamdi Kanu case, sparing our people, suspending our people, started 2019. Before 2019, this issue have been going on. But 2019, we need to focus. From 2019 to 2020, IPOB under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu continue to spare our people. Anybody who come out to say no for this injustice against our people, Nnamdi Kanu will come on Radio Biafra to spare the person. Now, DOS have taken over to spell our people. Spelling Biafrans or telling the people that so person does not belong to this movement will not give us freedom. The only thing that will give us freedom is justice.
If they expel you,
honest.
If they even expel you and let you be better, they will expel you and then want to.
I was a member of IPOB before I have issue with them because of you, Mazi, George ONYIBE, and Mazi Uchemefo, and Mazi George, Mazi Obi Dobienu, and Mazi Dr. Kado, and some of my elders. I have problem with IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu, Biafrans need to open their ear and they need to open their eyes. They need to observe and they need to listen very carefully. Any of our people who are still worshiping Nnamdi Kanu is making a very big mistake. Because you don't need to worship any man who wants you, who want to kill you or who want to destroy you. Nnamdi Kanu agenda or Nnamdi Kanu movement will destroy Igbo nation. From Anambra to Ebonyi, Enugu, Imo State, Abia State. If Igbo elders will listen to me, they need to wake up and do the right thing. Because Nnamdi Kanu and Nnamdi Kanu family movement will destroy Igbo nation. But I want to tell Biafrans, we need to wake up and do the right thing. If any man spare you from IPOB under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu, you need to focus and continue pushing for the freedom of our people. Because the Biafra movement is not an Nnamdi Kanu family issue. Nnamdi Kanu is a very greedy man and is a very selfish man that want to make his own money or his own wealth. He want to be popular and rich with the blood of our own people. And God forbid for some people like us to keep quiet and see this man mess up with our people because of famous and rich. Rabbi Charles, if you still believe on Biafra, I don't know you. I don't care to know you. You have to do the right thing. Uwa Sophia, do the right thing. I have some of my names listed that Chike doesn't pay for my IPOB. Continue doing the right thing. Continue doing the right thing. Nnamdi Kanu or Chike Dozie don't have the right to spare anybody for Biafra movement. Because Biafra movement is a freedom movement. Nobody have right to spare anybody for freedom movement. And those of now who are saying that DOS is evil and you want Nnamdi Kanu to be free, everything DOS is doing, Nnamdi Kanu is aware about it. Any statement that DOS release, Nnamdi Kanu is aware. If you are fighting DOS, you are fighting Nnamdi Kanu. Some of now who are saying DOS is evil, DOS is evil, we want our leader to be released. Nnamdi Kanu and DOS, they are together. If you want to fight DOS, make it open. Let the whole world know that you are fighting Nnamdi Kanu, because Nnamdi Kanu is DOS. DOS is Nnamdi Kanu. They are working hand to hand to rubbish our land because they want to be famous and they want to be rich. DOS is no different from Nnamdi Kanu. Those who say they are fighting Chike Dozie, if you are fighting Chike Dozie, come out openly. Let the whole world know that IPOB under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu is evil. Don't come and tell us that Nnamdi Kanu is a saint, that why DOS is evil. No. They are working hand to hand. If DOS is evil, Nnamdi Kanu is evil. Don't separate Nnamdi Kanu from DOS activities or DOS movement. They are together. Biafrans need to wake up. We need to wake up because Nnamdi Kanu have made a lot of money from this Biafra struggle. Now, DOS want to make their own. They want to enrich themselves because the man that we all believe on before, hoping that this man will lead us to our destination, have making money out of our own sweat, enrich himself out of our own sweat, make his own family rich. And we are still believing that this man want to save us. Nnamdi Kanu cannot save Biafrans. Nnamdi Kanu can only destroy us, destroy our future, destroy our movement. But I believe very soon, Biafrans will understand and we will stand for justice and equal rights of our people. Jokba, thank you very much. And may God continue to strengthen you and may God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Of course, we are not in a hurry. We keep addressing this issue. We are just like people trimming the flower. We keep trimming it until it comes out with its proper shape. We understand. Not every one of you will understand what we're actually doing. It's okay, but with time you will understand. Sophia knows so much about this criminality going on. She knows so much, but she's just a reserved person. Ask Bright Chime is here, the one that called himself Bright Chime is here. Ask him, how much did you do from Edo people that you are buying transmitter? Is there transmitter in Edo State? Huh? Where are all the money they collected? Okay, foreign. Where are they now? Yahoo freedom fighters. It's quite unfortunate anyway. But I hope our people will learn from what is going on. Because sometimes you think it's not about you. My brother, it's about all of them. From Sophia to everybody. It's all about us. It's all about us. Don't make any mistake about that. It's going to affect every one of us, one way or the other. And that is why we keep telling our people, let us do the right thing. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Yes, good evening from here.
Am I speaking with Biafra Human Rights Radio?
Yes, you are speaking with Biafra Human Rights Radio.
Hello?
Yes, you are. Go ahead, please.
Okay, take him, sir.
Emi Mofoma, Kemaka Goa.
Huh?
Ask him Kemaka Goa.
At the moment, in our studio, I'm going to go to the studio now.
Yes, oh, more George ONYIBE.
Hello?
Yes, oh, more George ONYIBE.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brother.
Okay, I'm going to make him do it. But he is
the cause. No, he's the problem now. No, this is where your advice will not work. Nnamdi Kanu is the cause of every problem. Are you the cause? Are you the cause? But wait now, are you the cause now? Are you the cause? Oh, Nnamdi Kanu now, it's okay now. But are you the cause? No, you see Nnamdi Kanu now. Umba, all them ma, I know now Toto. Nkabo Toto. All them man now. Oh, Nkabo Toto. Oh, Nnamdi Kanu. Oh, Yawane. Ni Mesaru Ebenine. Mba, ama rap Nnamdi Kanu. Iga yema advice is saying rap issue of Nigeria now. This is how you people do. And you are the one is going to affect. And I can assure you will not be there that day. The rest assured. Rap to Nnamdi Kanu, who Jishunu Lechari Apato Makasa. You are saying Rapo Nnamdi Kanu. Rapo Nnamdi Kanu who? Criminal setting up his people with what you know, what we know, you lie. I thought you would have come and say you are a saboteur, you are idiot. You see, your power is losing their efficiency already. Can you hear me, Ogaranya Obiadiocha? Can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp. I thought you would have come and say you are a saboteur. Call on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
This is Ogaranya Obiadiocha Kuruku the mother. Am I coming clear?
Loud and clear, and the world is listening.
Hello?
Go ahead. The world is listening. You are coming out loud and clear.
You see, the topic you raised today, sometimes it's like you just put everything on writing before coming out. You know, this guy mentioning, but he's a driver. He's a driver to this director of Radio Biafra. I don't know if you're aware.
The person that
this
just
guy,
called
normally I don't want to be calling the enemy.
Okay. Bright team is here. The criminal, they are hiding.
Yeah, he's a driver to this guy. You know, this problem, all this problem started from Ihara local government. And do you know that in this struggle, point of correction, I am not a Maz. I don't answer Maz. Maz is for fake people. So please, don't Maz for me. I'm not an Maz. They're fake people. Answer that Maz. So what I'm saying is this: that guy you have seen, the director of Radio Biafra. You remember when this guy when the broadcast between them and them and the three of us. You remember about the transmitter, and they was talking about. I have my container that I use money to clear my container. I don't know if you remember the program I have that time. It was mentioning my name and my container.
Yes.
Do you hear about that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I don't want to mention his name because I don't know him. And he said he bought that transmitter mortgage of almost 18 million, that he bought it in the street of Lagos with 150,000. I don't know if you remember that idiot. And before he took that truck, then called me to ask me, can they release the truck? I said yes, release it to him. So then paint everything. Do you know that because of this struggle, I didn't speak to my mom for 3 years. And then now the mother used to call me on phone morning and night. But my mom, and I'm always telling her that I have not speak to my mom for past 3 years because of this movement. She asked me to leave these people that they have. He disturbed me so much. I said, Mom, stop that for that. Don't call me again. I stopped calling my mother because of this movement. Many of them who you are seeing jumping out, coming out, they didn't lose anything. Forget about these coins they pay monthly dues every month. People lost millions. But thank God that I didn't lose my life because of this movement. He's wearing Versace in 2020. I began to wear Versace at early at 27 years. Original Versace. Not this tracksuit of 500 euro or 300 euro. So this, all the whole support we gave him was total betrayal. And look at how the Igbo men, the old men in Igbo land are backing him up, thinking that he's somebody. Can you give me something this guy achieved in the history of this movement?
He succeeded in creating zombie. Did you not see the zombie that just called now? Ati rapo kwa Nnamdi Kanu ka anyị na-akụzi ihe ndị ọzọ. Did Nnamdi Kanu live Wazirike? Zombie. He created so many zombie. It's an achievement for him. Go ahead, please.
Created. I have asked so many of them. Can you tell me what this guy have achieved for decades? It's for decades. They have been talking, and they have nothing to offer. And you people are jumping out saying that they have done enough here. What have you done? What have you done? They bring problem into so many families because of this movement. Even in religion aspects, a lot of people leave their Catholic faith, go back to the Sabbath, thinking that is where Savior is because of this guy. This guy destroyed a lot of things, and many people, many native doctors are coming out talking rubbish. But I see, this is Samuel Ekpe. The first time I went to meeting with him, when I have a first meeting with, do you know the question I asked him with the ONYIBE Congress? Do you know the question I asked him? I asked him, do you know this guy? He said no. I said, have you seen him before? He said no. I said, listen, I regretted for supporting this guy. And if you don't know him, try to know him. He said, yeah, he will, if he do well during our own time, that he will make him do greater. I said, okay, I will see how it goes. And I go in. When the ONYIBE Congress people come out, I tell them, listen, this guy have nothing to offer. He's only mouth. And you people will regret it. All of you will go by shame. I tell them. I say, you people will regret it. Today, they have nothing to offer. They have lost everything. If we follow a failure, you will become a failure. This war you people are fighting now, if you remember, you will know that it's because of this fight. Make me and you know. I got your number from Chike Doziem. You remember that they said me and you. Are you aware of that? Do you remember? Back in 2017. What's makes Chike said me and you? Is it not what is happening in here? That is someone inaugurated a unit coordinator, and the unit coordinator inaugurated himself as a zonal coordinator through Pascal Madbook. And this Pascal Madbook, I speak with Pascal Madbook, with the mother of Nna the telephone. He went to Nna the house. There is problem in here. That is how I got involved. Them together to make peace, and the Pascal Madbook supported the coordinator. Now they put there, now they supported. That minute, someone that inaugurated as a unit coordinator turned himself to zonal coordinator without the national coordinator who inaugurated him. Is it not where the problem started? The first visit you went for this movement to make peace, is it not in here a local government? I don't know if you are hearing me.
Loud and clear, I'm with you.
Is it not the first place you went to go and sort out problem in Anambra State?
It's one of them. Well, and at least I went there three different times. Until I discovered that it's Benjamin Madu, the cabal that is his property. Rubbish.
Yes. To that stand, the letter said them to give account. Every unit to give account. The national coordinator still go on account. No money was missing, and still the person still remained there. Then when they came out from the prison, this his driver called me and tell me that his director told him to be looking after taking care of the whole Biafra. I said, what are you doing there then? If he is the one to look all the the people working under the whole Biafran land, then what are you doing there? He said, no, that you are just there. But I was like, what is these people are doing? Nigeria is not good. That Nigeria is too corrupt. We are fighting to go.
They asked me to leave. They asked me to leave Anambra. That all we've been Naya. That is why I see all these zombie with what we know, with what we experience, with what we encounter, with the truth we know. You are trying to tell us how to talk and how to feel and how to behave. Chineke Makwi for job. Go ahead, please.
No, you see, when this problem was going out, these people used to take my name to net a lot of juju, a lot of oracles, a lot of native doctors. I speak with some of them who they connected on phone. I speak with them. I said, listen, it can't do me nothing because I stand on the truth. Whatever you like, take my name. You will die there, and your generation will be wiped out. This battle we are fighting is a spiritual battle. Since you people started broadcasting this human rights radio, look at my name, Ude Mado. Do you know the meaning of spare? You know, where they say spare, people don't know the meaning of that spare. It's like a spare tire. It's not spare tire. It's like you punish somebody from the land. I don't know if you understand the meaning of that spare. You have been spared. You punish somebody from the land. And you don't want the person to take the story about why he was punished. It's just like when this somebody, Okechukwu, wanted to dissolve Andano. And I said, this guy, I forget the surname, but I know that it's somebody, Okechukwu. He was moving around, that if you do that, Biafra can come so quick. You know, all of them, they was trying to be popular, to be well known, to get more fans and get all these coins they are making. I'm like, how can you punish Aaron and Dosu? The history of these two things. It's supposed to give us the history of these two things before you punish it. And he went to Igwe of Eri and made those things. When I saw the people there, you see a married woman with gowns. The way they behave, the people who come to the punishment, they abolish the Osu and the Anu. I'm like, what are these people are doing? There is no history for it. So as you are punished, as you are spent from IPOB, they don't want you to tell your history, why you was punished from the land, because that is what he meant. Is he not punished? I ask question.
Of course.
Someone,
he banished me from Biafra land.
Is it not what they mean?
That is what they mean.
So tomorrow, someone will not like you to come and talk about how you was punished from the land. You know, punished from the land is you never come back to that. If you come back to that land again, you be killed. That is the meaning of punished, and that is the spare. Why they make it to spare? It's like a spare tires. No, it's punished. The person is punished from the land. Never come back to the land with the family. It's a terrible word they are using. So, and people don't want you to come and talk. Do you know that when they force me taking coordinate or taking position, I tell them, no, I'm a businessman. I cannot take any position. There he was targeting me. That he will go to the radio and punish me. And I am the one who made that transmitter work out. I am the one who made that radio work out. I lose everything. I lost my life. What I've gone through there is not something to talk about. But I give thanks to the Almighty God who created me, who is in me. Since we started this years, I tell them, you people will not succeed from what you people are doing. You people are not going anywhere. Don't put threat on people. We came out for freedom. We came out for a nation. For one person. When he want to kill Wazirike 2014, I told him, don't try it. Don't ever open your mouth and say, kill somebody for you. That is the end of you. Never you do that. Today he's going to the position of a Wazirike. I saw it in dream this morning. They are going to, he's going back to they have already given their message. They are not torturing him in DSS.
That is what we are waiting for him now. Let him collect his own share and come out. So all those idiots who call online and talk rubbish, and I will see where they will hide their face in shame. Let him come now. He's a jagaban. Shame.
That is what I saw in dream this morning. He have already taken it. So he's relaxing where he is in DSS. Even he's more safe in that DSS than coming back home. For now. He was well comfortable there.
No, they will give him Nigerian police.
Everything.
When they give him Nigerian police to be guiding him, then they will now wear Biafran cloth. And then all of us, hey, it's unable, hey, no Biafran police in him. We never buy Biafran plate number here. Well, we never buy Biafran national passport. We never pay Biafran school fees, even get PhD for Biafra.
What about, the monthly dues we are paying here? Then say when Biafra to go with your receipt and with your number, you will be issued the Biafran passport. That one is it going to work again, or it will never work? The one Europeans are paying monthly dues, so that one is no more working because now IPOB is not ready to get a Biafra. Now let me come to the another. To round up, you remember when I was telling you people that this guy is looking for a soft land. When he moved to the direction of that guy who have come out now for president, I said, look at where this guy is going. Old people said that in Igbo proverb, they say, ihe okenye nọ n'enu nọ n'ana wee fụ, ihe okenye nọ n'ana wee fụ. Nwatakịrị ga-arịgoro enu chọkarịcha ya n'enu ọ gaghị afụ ya or itu. By the time I was saying that this guy Dumi Muhammad, right? Dumi Muhammad, right? Where with this guy? I said this guy is up to something. This guy is up to something. That he is looking for soft landing. Then I was thinking maybe I was just talking in this radio because I used to talk when we came before broadcast. Now, do you see that soft landing? He's in custody now. And this one now is coming out for president.
They say he's going for us. He's fighting for us. He's suffering for us.
So now this guy have declared for presidential election. The agreement with the British Empire is coming up. Let me tell you something. I know my job I do here, and my job we are the number one in the world in what I'm doing. Do you know that these people have concluded the next person to be the president of Nigeria is not gonna come from Igbo land because they have compensated by British and Americans. The secret have been killed for almost 5 to 6 years. They have sealed the secret since 2017. So for that, the president is going to Yoruba land. You see the deal? You see the deal? The president 2023 is not gonna be it will be an election, but British and America have decided who is going to be a president. Have you asked yourself, why is it during an election and the British are so interested in the presidential cabinet in Nigeria? Have you asked yourself? Because this is their company. Now, during Jonathan, America, David Cameron and Obama have decided with their demon that Jonathan must go. Jonathan feast. And all the whole international observers was there. They see everything goes on. At the end of the day, they say, Jonathan, go. Abdul Salam and Abubakar and Ali Dangote and the Kwankwaso surrendered Jonathan in Asorok to call him, to ask him to congratulate, including the election. The result is still going on where they are telling him, congratulate him. So let him pack in things and go because he's orange. The same orange is already done. They have decided the next president of Nigeria because Yorubas have been compromised. Have you asked yourself why Ibrahim Babangida? Do you know that Bulgaria is older than Ibrahim Babangida? Are you aware of that? Have you asked yourself which kind of medicine they give Bulgaria to be strong like this? Why can't Babangida went and take that medicine to be stronger than this man? Have you asked yourself that question? If he is a true Bulgaria there, because the Yorubas have compromised very well. So their president is coming. Do you see how Femika they end up? They know the game. Everybody is keeping quiet. Now, come to the demon we are fighting. You remember 2019, February, January, that he sent one of his angels to visit Southern of Sokoto, and the Obi of Onitsha was there. You remember the one of the prince, the angel. You remember? If you are hearing Radio Biafra then, you will remember that I called Ike Chukwu from Israel and told him, I saw it in the dream, that this man sits in the middle seat between the two kings. And if he get up from that seat, he will have different type of sickness that he can never become till he die. I said it on that radio. Go and check it. Since that man came to Nigeria to complete the evil of this second tenure of regime, 2019, that man never be himself again till today. Check the record. Since he went to complete that assignment, that the most imposter to this second tenure, that man never get himself till today. And all the Ali Dangote, they know the truth. They know what is going on there. All we need, what we need to go forward is reference that national conference, bring it into table, endorse it, let them. This rubbish. We are no more kids. There is the time I was telling them, I said, military companies all over the world, America have it, Russia have it. We can acquire the military companies and fight these people and get our freedom if we want it in that way. How much will it cost us? We can raise the money. But this guy didn't want to fight for the freedom. But a lot of people, they are, what I say that so many of they think that we are wise, but we know nothing. Many of them sit here in Europe, but they cannot stand with the Europeans and speak. Look at how even someone was dressing Peter Obi. Look at how little boy just relaxed. As if he's a European, he's a white man, then Peter Obi is a black man. Peter Obi cannot be bold. Peter Obi tried to be bold and balance and talk. And then look at that little boy. Bring me in their table. I will destroy every one of them. They will keep quiet with their fucking grammar, man. I'm not happy. If anyone come, listen, do up. We go nowhere. You have fight a strong fight. You see, you have the same liver. On Wednesday. This on Wednesday. We still stand on ground and still fighting till tomorrow. And they never kill him. They could have killed him for a very long time. That guy have fight so much. He never fought like somebody. I think maybe his blood mixed up with the Muammar. He's not fighting like all people. Very small time they go inside house or with the people. I know so many of them. They have run away now. They are no more talking. That they will wipe out to hope us or them within a couple of hours. I tell them, you people cannot. Hope is still there. They never do it. It's getting 2 years now. Nothing happened. You see this place, we go nowhere. We are not hearing a bright image again. It's no more talking. The driver. It's no more coming out again.
They have eaten enough now. They are doing reconciliation of account.
Doing a great job because now you are in the table of victory. And they have tried several times to kill you. They cannot succeed. Both spiritually and physically, they cannot succeed. So you are winning the battle. Keep the fire burning. Belongs to the truth child of mighty God. This movement. So don't panic. Forget about this chaff to talking. This one is just like when as a brozo inisi kadikesi atilu ajidano egbe na azu ajidano egbe na aka. You know the meaning of egbe. Ajidano egbe na aka ana ajuma nwanyi o na-eri ya nya ego. If you hold ego for hand, you will be asking the woman they eat this meat. So forget about that, guys. Move on with what you are doing, man. You are getting grand, man. God is with you, and the mighty God will keep you and keep your family and bless you to see a marvelous movement you are doing.
Thank
you.
Mighty
You
see. Thank you very much. Thank you. And of course, the truth cannot be overemphasized. It's just following the right principle for the overall interest of our people. Now they cannot hide under people. Use the supposed people he's come to save as a shield. And somebody will call, leave Nnamdi Kanu alone. He never told Nnamdi Kanu to leave Wazirike alone. It never occurred to you. You will tell Nnamdi Kanu to leave other people alone. Very unfortunate. Caller on the line, your name and where you calling from.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. Welcome to the program.
Alfonso from Onitsha.
You're welcome. Go ahead, please.
You see, that man that called before this person now.
Yes.
He's illiterate. He doesn't know anything. You understand?
I can feel it.
He's illiterate. That's what I want to say. You don't know anything. Anyone that called you and talk rubbish, cut it off.
Your advice is noted.
Anybody that called you and talk rubbish, cut it off. Don't let the person to talk at all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, my brother. And of course, those who are wise, they perceive, they understand what is going on. It's a simple thing. Wasofia is still there saying, Marida. Wasofia, shine your eye. You of all people should know better. Marida. Rida Ndiara. Call on WhatsApp, are you there? Call on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Agowani, you are welcome to the program. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, sir, from you. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your time zone. Tonight, I don't have much talk or much words to say because you have said it all. I just want to thank you for the good work you are doing.
I don't trust you for that. Anytime you say you don't have much to say, you will even take over the program I don't trust you for that. The day you will not say anything, I wonder how you be. But don't mind me anyway. Go ahead, please.
You get as he be, is that person that you called that really made me angry? Because you can notice it from my voice that I'm already angry. Because if I'm the one on in the studio there, I would have cut the phone out of that idiot mouth. How long will it reach before these stupid people we are dying for we stand their feet? Which Nandekane is he talking about that we should leave? The idiot, the Leviathan, according to our daddy in the Lord, the equates himself that brought the calamity into our land. It will never be well with him and his family. The gods of our land must destroy him and the entire family. Do that idiot know what we are passing through or we have been passing through? For that animal to work on all our emotions and pack all our assets and everything. And go and start wearing Findi with the brother. Thunder from the Most High God will destroy all of them. I have never seen the devilish and evil family like them. And the shame will allow them to be coming outside to be talking. They are the abomination to the Igbo land. Look at Wasofia. If anybody listens to her talk to the end of the whole thing, look at the insult that lady is giving to Igbo nation as a whole because of criminality of every other person. When Uche Mefa was telling that idiot that he should allow DOS or even deputy, he should make every tribe, every nationality deputy so that it will be a collective interest and let the DOS be filled with every member from each locality that will be under the umbrella of Biafra. He refused and gathered all his people that came from his state and close to his state and around himself there. Today now they are using it to start calling us names we are not answering. To the extent that lady calling Igbos thief, they are thief, and they will go with a 3.5. Igbos will go with 3.5 state. Then themselves will go with 1.5 state, and all the good people in Igbo will join them. Then all the evil people in their own state will join Igbos. Igbos are evil. Then we are told in those days that Igbos did this and that to them, and today they did it again. And at the end, he will still be saying, his her reader is innocent. See how your topic as the impending danger that is still that's supposed to be averted. There is no any other impending danger apart from Ekperimakan. He is the major impending danger. So far, he is the taproot of the evil we are passing through today. So far, he is still there. And so far, they are still making reference to him and exonerating him from the evil he committed. Things will never be okay. And the things will never be well. Look at the level he has placed our people today. But I still thank God Most High because some states are awakening. But they never even know what is coming for them. Because it's not everything somebody will say on air. And the state in my heart, I know it, but I'm not going to mention. And it's escalating to every other state. That thing they think they are. They didn't even know that they don't have anybody again on ground. They are still there looking for whom to expect. Look at the stupid idiot that sent her sister to every state to go and disintegrate the state and give them their own bank account. They are paying dues to them. Have the inventory to come on using his gutter mouth, smelling gutter mouth that is expelling people. So he is the bona fide owner of Biafra. You are expelling people. And he didn't know that those people, like as Sophia said, that they didn't know that he has left them months ago. before that he just waiting for what they did yesterday. Many people are no more there with them in the spirit. They are just body present, absent-minded. They don't identify with them again. It's because of the oath they are afraid of, those that are afraid of stupid oath that the people that gave to you did not take. And they are walking, marching on your head, and you kept quiet that you took stupid, useless oath. Elohua, somebody God sent, Elohua said, will be giving you to be accepted. But I will not blame them too much. After all, people like you followed them to do that nonsense, and we carried all of us along to follow you and do it. Any day I will just get angry at you. You will not like the way I will just talk to you. Because you that know that animal from the beginning, you allowed him to bamboozle us like this to this extent.
My dear, that is all about trust. We were ready to give everything. We were ready to go to any length. At least let our people receive fresh air. And these are some of the things most zombies don't understand. They want to teach you how to talk. They want to direct you how to feel. But it's okay. We will not make the mistake 2 times. Go ahead.
God forbid. How can somebody Elohim sent will now come and divert the face of our children? All of them are into juju now, putting all manner of rubbish into their body, to the extent that of graduating into eating human flesh. You think that all is normal. And that stupid fool that called you, telling you to leave a perim alone. I pray, unless if it's not woman give birth to man, the evil that they committed must get to his family, either his head or any of his relation. The day they will kill his brother or his mother or any of his loved one, they will kill that person and eat that person up in the bush. He will not understand. Maybe he is hiding in one small corner place thinking that nobody knows him. But so far he's breathing air. So far he matches ground. So far he eats something cooked with fire. And so far he drinks water. The 4 elemental bodies must find him out where he is. I lay curse on his head today, unless he repent and confess. Otherwise, that thing he said this night, the evil that Iperima brought into Igbo land, that evil will be his portion and he will never get away from it. He never see where women lay curse on people. I think I told Iperima like that when he started this, his highest madness. I told him, even if they leave you, any day you set your feet into Biafra land, the land of Biafra will swallow you. He thought that I'm joking. And so shall it be. It beats my imagination that people, I'm just talking to those that we are expelled. Since Misery, the mighty man, is among the people expelled now. I didn't even know that the person we hear his voice is talking like a human being. Is he the one that the face is like the monkey's face on the Facebook? Now that they posted his picture. They did it to you before they were jubilating. Immediately when they have problem with anybody, they will trace the person's picture to post. So and today, how will I even call his name? Nelly Facebook called him Chika Criminal Edozie. Now remembered his full name. We want to call his full name for the whole world to see. But it's left for them now. Anybody that the evil entity expelled supposed to go and do Thanksgiving in the church, because that place are evil enclave and they are inside the deep ocean and there's no way they will swim out. They are already there. They have committed the evil to the extent that it has engulfed them. And some of them that are planting their ESN into the Bubago in some state, thinking that they will not know. How market? How do you people see it now? I know they will not rush to social media to write that one. Rather, only to go and write the opposite of what what has happened to them. They think that some of the state is playing with them. No matter or the small modest bottle that call himself a dragon man. I don't want to be mentioning his name again. Let him keep on jumping up and down. He's coming to his own turn. I think they have banned him from radio. Now they expelled the other people. I know the reason why they are not even expelling him is because they know he's not even a member of their group. He was just contracted on business basis, and the business is not yielding fruit again. So expelling him is just waste of their time. That's why they did not just expel him. Maybe they are still preparing for the way to meet with him again. But you, the evil man that is expelling every other person, are you a saint? Is your hands clean? You are the architect of the evil that we are seeing today, because you people misled the power hunger animal that wants to be on top of everybody and answer supremacy. Onyimbu, he will be jubilating people that put hand together and push you up. Now you stabbed all of them at the back, then gather criminals around you, thinking that you will go anywhere. We told you that we go nowhere. You didn't know the mystery behind that statement. We go nowhere. We match you head on. If you stay there, finish, you come out. The one you will get will be harder than the one you are getting there. You are there eating beans and water beans and singing a national anthem every morning. You think that will save you. Do and come out. If at all you will come out. If anybody want to talk truth, you people will follow the person up. Go and bring more recruits to Chinasa. Let them come and start attacking people on social media. Or start inboxing people and be issuing threats. You don't know the calibers you issue threats to. You think that is everybody threat moves. There are some people, whatever you send to them will come to you back, you don't know. Kemanka, Imankos. That's how our people say it. You think you are gallivanting, thinking that no, that place you are going. Do you know Ecuador? You don't know it. When jungle matures, I got making one. I think you have pushed our children to bush to go and die in the bush and be eating human flesh. But you people gather our resources and stayed abroad, enjoying yourself with your family. And then I'm the canoe, or what they call him, my wife. The heap of the coal of heap of fire you're gathering on your head, you will not withstand it when it start burning you. You don't marry. You marry, you think you will grow a family and they will be alive with you, you enjoy it. You lied. Either you come out now and confess your sins with the one you call your husband. If you fail to come out and confess, why won't you come out as a woman? The husband is incarcerated as you people claim, and be crying, be at the front so that people will follow you. You are there enjoying yourself. At times you even have the audacity to come out and start talking rubbish. They are threatening you. The threat they are threatening you, is he half of the one they are threatening other women? Is he anything to compare with the women they killed all their children? You are talking of threat. That death you people brought into our domot, that death must be your portion in Eke. It must be your portion in Nori. It must be your portion in Unko. It must be your portion in Afo. The 4 market days and the 4 elemental bodies, all of them are going to work against all of you because that evil you people brought to Igbo land, that evil will continue to be the portion of your family now and forevermore. Thank
you very much.
I told you that I'm just very angry this night.
I understand.
But thank God that I'm able to say something. We go nowhere.
I understand. They don't understand.
We go nowhere.
They don't
we
understand.
go nowhere. We must continue. And whatever evil they plan for us, that evil is back to them. I return it back to them. Those who no go know. Not be everything do you see for palm tree. Now in the talk. May we reserve the remaining. Much time. Thank you, sir, for having me. Good night from you.
Thank you very much, Agowanye. Of course, we are not in a hurry. We continue to do what we are supposed to do, and hopefully it's just a matter of time. Our people will know the truth. Our people will be able to follow up with everything that is going on. You don't need to be dismayed. You don't need to be troubled. You must watch out for the collective interest of the Biafran people. Try and find out what is going on, and maybe you will understand. Call on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening from here. You're welcome to the program. Who are any man?
Good evening. Yeah. Good morning and good afternoon. Brother Odogu, I hear from them of Biafra land, and also not special administrator. So, Alliance family. The program has been should I say both lesson and with a little touch of history for those who want to learn about past events that happened. Only those who want to learn, who want to drop emotions aside. I would first governor of Delta State, which is Felix Ibro. That until today, Delta State is the only state that has two government house. Of what that man did, he built. Asaba was the capital of Delta State. He said he over his dead body will he allow that Asaba to be the capital. He went to Warri and he built. They built an annex office there, and that was where he was working from. So he was flying chopper to Asaba in Denise B. For him to he never recognized Asaba as the capital, and he never occurred to him what he did may happen in future. That is going to cause problem for his people in future. Now, what after he left office, he didn't spend much time. He left office within a couple of just few years, but this what he did will affect his people for years to come. But his people were wise. They knew what the brother was doing was wrong, and those that were also conscious called the brother to order, and he refused. And they also what the ones that were conscious went back to the main capital and said, we are not part of this thing our brother is doing. They are not part of it, and they spoke against it. Until today, that is why nobody holds that thing against the brother, against his people, because the people condemn him for what he did, which is wrong. We have a two-state capital.
Sorry for interrupting you. This is exactly what I want genuine, reasoning, progressive-minded Igbo people to understand. What Sophia was not addressing, or her callers were not addressing Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is their leader, and they are generalizing the whole Igbo people as whatever they wish. And then one chimpanzee of Nnamdi Kanu, Zumbi, is for Anambra. People live in Nnamdi Kanu alone. To him, I'm fighting in Nnamdi Kanu. He don't know I'm saving his children. Because from where we come from, we don't just take decision because of the immediate. We consider it consequences. The issue of Hebrew you're talking about, many people don't know about these things. One of them even said that even his tissue paper will not live in Asaba. One of the governor of Delta State said the tissue paper he used, he won't even allow it to drop in Asaba. But all of us are Delta. But why is it's not trending? Why is it nobody's crying over it? We see it as this man is the fault, not his people. This is what the epidemic, the disease we have been suffering inside one Nigeria. And to be able to clear this one up, it's on Zombie. You have a choice. Go ahead, and sorry for interrupting you.
No problem, yeah, but you are painting the picture clearer for them to understand. So at any time, any point in time you wish to come in and emphasize on something for them, you have to do is because they have to learn. So this thing Hebrew did, the people, why the thing did not trend, or the rest of the Deltans did not take it to heart, was because his people stood, most of his people, there were some misguided brothers that supported him that, but most of his people stood against him for this action, and that is why the rest of the people never took it to heart. So so I'll just draw it back to the topic of today. That somebody is your brother, and he is committing evil and atrocity, and because he's your brother, you have to cover the evil and atrocity at the detriment of the people, at the detriment of the same people we call their own people again. It's not fair. That is improper. We can't call it justice. We can't call it justice, man. So you have to remove the emotions aside. We must by its name. We must call it evil by its name, because there's no way we can write 10 without writing 1 and 0. There's no way we can write about it. So if you want to talk about IPONK, DOS, the criminal element must be mentioned there, because first and foremost, he's the one that hired them in the first place. He's the one that hired them in the first place. So he must take leadership, just as the director will always say. You must take leadership. The leadership must take a responsibility and accountability for anything that happened. You must take that responsibility, because you are the leader. If you don't want to take responsibility, then you shouldn't have assumed the position of being the leader in the first place if you can't take responsibility and accountability. That is the first rule. According to administration and management, you must take responsibility and accountability. Anything happens, you must be held responsible. So the criminal is responsible directly, not indirectly. I'm not casting aspersion on him. This is what I'm speaking. I have evidence of whatever I'm speaking here. Even tomorrow, if you ask me where is the evidence, I can prove it to you. So he's the one causing all this commotion. People have been there before. This is not the first time it's happening. People have been there, but they try to try to solve this issue in depth, inside. So people will not say we cannot control ourselves, we cannot rule over ourselves, we are too envious of ourselves. They try to solve this issue, and today now those people now they are called labor saboteurs, and I personally I'm a proud saboteur, a genuine proud saboteur, Sabo Chike. If you see my ear, I thought I'm about to make a shirt reading Sabo. Proudly Sabo. So we assume that name, but he always say it, even he always say it, after our own Sabo, there will be no Sabo again. Since then, have they been able to call anybody Sabo again? All they do is they write a hidden memo, or they come, you are fired. Why do you not call people Sabo again? Because the people they try it with the wrong people, and those people answer the name proudly. We did not hide. We answer it proudly. We are proud saboteurs. But after our own, nobody again will answer that name again. You will not be able to call any other people that name, because we did not hide when they were calling us saboteur. We came out openly and proudly answered the name. We did not try to defend ourselves. We didn't. We continue moving ahead. We continue moving offensive. We don't defend, we keep moving. Till now today, the chicken is coming home to roast. Now at the end of the day, some of them are not bloggers, so they don't have any work they do. So you have to call our reader, just to keep getting views and traffic on social media. So they are little dollars they're making from YouTube and Facebook, they can still be able to receive it at the end of the day. But the conscientious people who know the truth, who never attached profit in this agitation, have stood up against the truth and spoke it out and called the person by its name. We have to call people by its name. We don't have to hide. Oh, one nine. So the people that are killing is not 1 So Akwara, these guys betrayed. From the news we heard the last time, he said he's I'm sorry to say that, but he's no more, but it's unconfirmed for now. So it's not 19. The labeled kidnapper without trying him in a competent court of law. On just he said it on radio and sent the security, Nigeria security after him. Ojuku, they sent police, the security after him. So those, without trying them, he, Nnamdi Kanu, was on radio and labeled them kidnappers without trying them in court of law to prove if they are guilty or not. And everybody assumed they are kidnappers. The day he made that statement, my brother Eric Chukwudi, let me still say it on radio here. He said before now he has been telling me, I don't look at some of the things this guy has been saying. And me myself, I'm an independent thinker. I'm a think tank. Anything anybody say, I think deep into it. He said, look at some of the options this guy is making that he doesn't like it. But he said I should keep watching. And I myself, he said I should keep watching and was showing up everything. The day he made that statement, Eric sent the thing to me. I said, brother, I listened to the broadcast live and I heard him, and which is not supposed to be so to trade your brother on air without trying him in any competent court of law, even to hear himself, to defend himself, he did not, he just concluded. So now these people sold on the air, are they not 19? They are not Mukanyinabi. Even if they are not our brothers, must you sell people out? Must you label people? False accusation against people just to claim cover your evil tracks. Even if they're not your brothers, must you lie against people? Then what kind of a nation are we fighting for then in the first place? If people can't get justice, then we have not entered the nation. Then won't enter the nation. Then we are going to have an emperor. And like I said, where I come from, we have no emperor. We say it openly, shake the whole of Delta State. You never hear of one person going to another community to block, do any nonsense without taking. If you don't take permission for them, they will mow you down immediately. Who are you? Even myself, I cannot come out to my own community.
You see anyhow now. You do anyhow, you see anyhow.
I can't come out to my own community and talk one not. They will mow. The day they born a strong man for you, so they born for another place. So we shouldn't try to, because they have little boys pursuing people with stolen AK-47. My guy, if you try and we could not go there. You go say people don't they carry the one way past that one. The one they buy with their money. Now it's people you guys can threaten with all those police stolen gun, man. If you try with some people, you will know people have been there before you guys. Have some people blue Bible have for so blue Bible shop. So what I'm trying to say, we have to call people by its name. We don't have to cover tracks just to because it's nobody in the first place. The criminal is nobody in the first place. It's nothing. It's a scammer. Yahoo boy. So if you want to listen to this message, listen. You move emotions aside. You have his previous broadcasts. He made all his lies. Even 2020, the one that happened Corona or 2020, where he lied against Eloha and Eloha. He lied against him that if it's not Eloha or Eloha that Eloshi that did not send him, if BIAFRA is not come 2020, then it's not Elohi that saying. You saw it happen to show that he's lying. And I was telling people that this guy was looking for a soft landing since 2020. When he was making his move, I was telling people were doubting. No, maybe it's DS that I said nobody is deceiving this guy. I've taken a real survey and dropped my conclusion and judgment of all his activities. If this criminal man was innocent in the first place, Why did he come out and say somebody sold the radio? The same radio he still used to broadcast same next day. Why did they come out and lie in the first place that somebody sold it? Okay, we assume they sold it. And how did he buy the radio back from the same Nigerian government he told you they sold the radio to? Oh, okay, he's a professional hacker. Okay, when they hack it, why did they not come and tell you, okay, we're able to hack the thing and collect the thing back from Nigerian government? Why did he not come here and say such a thing? To show that he's pure. And like you say, he's whiter than water, whiter than snow. Why did he not come here and say, no, he's not the person, no, this person? Why did he not? And before this event happened, they sacked me for fire by George ONYIBE and the rest of people. He is the one that all check back his past broadcast. Even throughout 2-3 years when he came out, he was the one sacking on air. You come out and say, we have fired this person, he's expired. But when he came to these people, he didn't say anything till this moment. What he did was to release his bulldog to install Facebook broadcasters to insult people, to blackmail, and now one of them is now coming to confess, even partially. He's confessing partially that they rounded them up and to attack people. He said it. He said it with his mouth. They did not even ask questions. They just went to attack innocent people. And those I'm not saying the Austin Okonkwo said it too, that those people are innocent. Even though at the end of the day, to still maintain his traffic and view, our reader. But we are going to prove that his reader wrong. He should continue negotiating his controversial arrest, because to me, the arrest is controversial. And even if it is real, they should try him in any competent court of law. I know you have competent court of law for as for now the kind of case they will have. He's guilty. He's guilty from all his utterances alone. He's guilty. Actually, things he has done, is clearly written all over. So if it is real, fine, let them try him. And if they will recycle him, they should recycle him, because he's a cancer too that should be fired. We have to cut that cancer off. It should be recycled too, the same way she can cut off some cancer according to him. But by this one, you say you are going to give them to see if we are going to give them saboteur. I don't think our own saboteur is enough. We don't need more saboteur.
I want to appeal to the society of saboteurs, so we can consider them. We can't leave them outside now.
Okay, accepted.
I will write that.
So guys, you have to remove emotions aside. This has nothing to do with this person is our brother. We have to call evil by its name, because there's no way we can move ahead as a people. There's no way we can forge ahead as a people, because then we cover evil. For how long are we going to? Let me tell you people something. When you make a single lie, you continue to make more mistakes. Just try to cover up one lie. You continue making more mistakes. So you have to speak the truth, no matter who all is God. Man, have to keep speaking the truth. Have to keep speaking the truth. It doesn't matter if it hurts me. If it hurts me, yeah, you just a couple of days. I will get over it and see where I did wrong. I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to say I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. In this struggle, no one is perfect. Nobody, or you've not seen anyone that came. He said, I went to school for agitation, so I know what I have a degree in struggle agitation to get a nation. No. You have to try so many things, but in any action you take, let it be. You have to ration it very well. Ration it. Let the masses of the people agree to that action before you take it. You have to consider so many things. The collateral damage. have to consider the collateral damage. Now I see young boys, now small boys, 18, 20, little children that just, some are even still in secondary school. They give them stolen weapon, then give them drugs. So those guys they don't have the minds of their own. They are vulnerable. You give them gun, then they move, they kill them, and you deny them that those guys, these are not our ESN, these are not our ESN. But if those guys make video when they are still alive, you say, yeah, men they. Immediately they kill them, you deny them, and you tell me God will forgive you. You tell me Amadioha will forgive you, or Allah will forgive you. My brother, you must be a joker. You must be a joker. And let me tell Mubingos, let me tell you, because you hate somebody, because somebody said bad thing against them, and you did not try to judge to know if what that person actually said is true or not. Let me tell you, if you think you will go to heaven, that God will make create two heaven for you, one for you and one for the person you hate, you lie. You lie. There's no two heaven and there's no two hell. The same way you think when you go to hell, maybe the devil will create one hell for you and create another one for that person you hate. It's a lie. If you still think it is by reincarnation, that when you come back to next life, then the person will come out in another planet, my brother, you lie. Now here we do. We go nowhere. When we are saying this, now we go nowhere. Look at where we are today. And if you guys don't know, we have no intention of backing down. That's one thing. We have no intention of backing down. Your reader will always say, I leave them. 2-3 months they will fizzle out. a year plus now, we've not fizzled out. Check it since 2020 when he lied till now. We've not fizzled out and we are waxing stronger. So this era of blackmailing people, insulting people, covering lies, just to covering lies at the detriment of the whole nation, just to suit the ego of one man, is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. If everybody back down, I'm not going to back down. I don't compromise to evil. I'm an upright man, but I'm not saying I'm 100% saint. I don't claim to be saint. I have my own shortcomings also. But we cannot cover evil. That is just the main point. If you guys are not seeing the implication of what this is going to happen to the Igbo nation, it's just as I always say now, people who are Sophia has already attributed that same thing. And even before now, you have been saying it that if there's no people will be pointing, it's Igbo people, it's Igbo people. Now they will generalize it just because of offense of one man. And that you said that is the one thing that is killing Nigeria. I mean personally, I don't generalize my issue. Even Fulani man, I don't generalize the issue of Fulani man. If anybody would, I treat a crime as crime. I don't treat it as tribe or ethnicity. I treat the person. If person fuck up, I follow the one person will fuck up. One on one. We do a man to man. So our people, please wise up. This is not about emotion, please. Wise up. We don't have to bring the problem to the whole nation because of one man, because of one idiot, one criminal. We don't have to do that. Why should we risk the reputation of a whole nation just to cover the evil track of one man? Now, his voice have turned to cannibals. One Elizano Maron. I used to hear of Otokoto. I never knew that now in this 21st century, I'm personally going to witness it myself now. So if they are saying, maybe they are saying about the Otokoto, I may say, this may just be mere rumor. But now I've seen it now and see that there was actually people eating human beings. One Eliano Mado. Let me just go for now and allow other people to make their own contribution. Before I go, let me just salute the BIAFRA Nation Alliance, the PIMASOP, the BNC, the NINAS, and the other pro-Biafran group also, and all these people who are coming out openly to speak the truth speak the truth without giving a damn to whatever the consequences. Bingo can do anything. And let me tell you, you that is hiding and you know the truth, come out openly and declare. If you don't know, if you need your safety, come out, contact Judge ONYIBE, and there are some other people contact openly and declare and open their evil atrocity. They can't touch you. If they touch you, they know how it's gonna be now. They know. Have you seen anybody that come on radio and say these guys attack me? We have people on ground there. Did you see them say they attack me? But when you keep hiding from them, they will kill you and nobody will know they did something to you. Come out openly, then let them touch you. Let them touch you. May see let them know men they too. Not only them. That is a way they carry. Another person they carry them. No be person AK-47 day. As AK-47 day, they still make another one. So come out openly, speak the truth. If you don't want to speak the truth, run inside. Remain like that. Don't come and speak a half truth, because half truth is very dangerous. Half truth is very dangerous. And what I mean by half truth, when you know the truth, and these people they did this, at the end of the day, you still end up against evil. Look at what they did. You still end up and say, our reader. My brother, that is half truth. Because you already know everything that the criminal now they can use it is the part and parcel of everything happening, and you attribute blame to other people and remove it from and you not apportion blame for him. Then that is half truth. Don't say it. It is very dangerous. Half truth is very dangerous. If you want to say speak the truth, speak the truth. If you don't want to say it, remain like that. Keep short forever. Yeah, but I will go now so other people can comment. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, and good night from here. We are inching closer to the end of this program, but we rest assured the truth cannot be overemphasized. If we say we are here to salvage all that is left of us, we must do it with all diligence. We must be careful of our action. We must caution ourselves when necessary. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brother. Thank you for holding on. Go ahead, please. Your name and where you calling from.
Good to hear from you.
Ndewo.
Wow, I'm very, very happy to hear from you, my brother. It's been a long time.
Yes, well.
And at the same time, if I may say that I'm honored to be speaking with you this night, yeah, I'm right. I will start where I wanted to contribute. I want to correct a lot of things, more especially in the side of the comments, because I was going through the comments, what people were writing. So I want to use this opportunity to correct people, because I was like them before. Personally, I never knew you, Mr. Uche, before. Though I used to hear about you, I used to know about you, maybe read on the news before. Then up to a certain time, out of news, information, wrong information. So I had to, somehow follow the multitude, the side of group of people that dislike you, So we were like, anytime we call Mr. Uchemefo, we say he's a betrayer. Mr. Uchemefo, no, it's not like this. Mr. Uchemefo, no, we don't want him. Until a certain day, so I paid attention to Obi-Wan Okechukwu Ugu. Hello. So when I paid attention to Okechukwu Ugu, Okechukwu was like accusing somebody. Okechukwu said, I thought that you coming to IP to bring peace between and the of the people. I was shocked. Does it mean Ugochukwu Ugu really need Uchemefo? Does it mean Uchemefo is this important? So I paid more attention. When I paid attention, I confirmed every truth, everything. You understand that most people at home in Nigeria, they are being misguided. This is a Biafra issue. Everybody is every Igbo citizen like me. We have equal rights as a Biafran. And according to the other of my brother that spoke before earlier today, he said, you will bring Biafra. You and your family will fight for Biafra. So the area of people they are trying to enlighten the people at home because they have been biased, because they have followed the wrong information. When you be telling them the right way, they don't want to follow the right way. I was like them before. I'm not blaming them, but when I came to know the truth, you understand, this is just an agitation. We are agitating. We are not fighting. By the way, Reverend Father Mbaka is not an IPOB member, but he's praying for them. So you must not be an IPOB member for you to get to Biafra. And come to think of it, I don't understand the area of the sanctioning people, sacking people here and there. Hello.
Go ahead, the world is listening.
Yeah, so I don't understand because they say they don't open your nyash. Nyash is not open. All of us don't see the nyash. You understand? You don't see that I'm coming to you now the way I'm talking to you. You understand? I'm talking to you because I know that I'm talking to a responsible man whom I have gone to his profile. I have gone to your profile and I have seen that you are a responsible man and a very good man with a very good heart. Yes. Ugochukwu made us to know that you are the wife of Nnamdi Kanu. Yes. Before somebody used that word and said Uchemefo was Nnamdi Kanu's wife that Nnamdi Kanu have ever had. I teach myself. I said, what is the meaning of this word? You understand? So when I came to conclusion, after everything, I came to conclusion that you are a good man. But our people, most of them, they are at home there. They are just members. They push them go right, they go right. They push them go left, they go left. We have not gotten the Biafra, but we are agitating. So they are taking it too far, as if we have gotten it easy. A lot of innocent people are dying. Innocent people, we lost people during the time of Wazirike. We are losing people again. Not even counting the 3 million we lost some during the Biafran war. So, what are all these? What they are doing, killing innocent people? That is what I don't understand. But my brother, what I will have to tell you this night is continue preaching the gospel, continue preaching this good news that you are doing until our people will get to know it. You understand? Continue it, because the more you talk, the more you will they will be convinced. So for people that are writing nonsense on the comment section, I was like them before, so I'm not going to blame them. But with time, they will realize their mistakes. My brother, continue. May God be with you and strengthen you in Jesus' name.
Thank you very much. Amen. Amen. We are not moved by what they say. Hallelujah. We are not moved by what they write. Hallelujah. We are not moved by their blackmail. Hallelujah. We are not moved by their propaganda. Hallelujah. Amen. Brother, say it loud. Amen. Sister, follow me, sing. Amen. 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 Udo. It's a good testimony coming from you. Thank you very much and good night from here. And of course, the people of Biafra must understand, we truly understand what is going on, and we are not in a hurry. Believe me, we are not in a hurry. We're being patient with everyone because it's not easy to be deceived. It's not easy to recover from such deception. I'm joined by our daddy in the Lord. Can you hear me, sir? Mazio Bidi.
Yeah, my reverend, I can hear you.
You're welcome to the program, sir. Go ahead, please.
Sitting down here enjoying the program, and actually, I started enjoying the program when Agumai came in. I didn't know what she was saying. You know, she came in very soft and everything. And then you told her that you don't trust her.
Anytime she say, I just want to say small. Say this woman.
You know why it's funny? I said I was gonna call. The Spirit of the Lord is superb. You know, because when I came in, I was just talking in Canada. You know, then it was easy. I love my rich hurting me because, you know, it's like our spirit was working together. But anyway, I thank God for you, my brother, and everybody who has called in this morning. I mean, this evening, except the Chuaja. I don't know when you Chuaja, whatever. Because now even conclude, most of these guys when they Chuaja. However, we go to last, okay, if we can get Chuaja, you never know. You know, they just mad when they bring the chicken, they put chocolate on the rock papa. Yeah, these are the kind of people that they don't. Of course, they're not following the bend from things. They don't understand nothing. They keep shouting. I don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. My brother, if you are listening, Biafrans must disengage from this Leviathan. Makani fellow tinye Biafrans niru. Fellow tinye niru. Nkili pa mother in 2021. And all manner of nonsense, the disgrace that he has brought to his family. And none of you knew that he was the criminal of our time, the believer, the Leviathan, who had recruited all these criminals in our wine. So all of you need to know that there's no sympathy. Okay? Unfortunately, I have to use this very dirty word to express how I feel about that criminal. There's no mercy. Because no Jefa Chineke, we won't or total munye. Jefa Chineke, we laugh at Chineke, ne Mohammed Sonandi Apotasita, Sebaria. Even the brothers and all these ones sitting at politics, actual political solution. All of you are going to partake in this cause. Okay, it can be though. This is just the beginning. Okay, because the last few brothers, yes, him and Emma has 3 months, you will just fizzle out. I want to take you 3 months, they'll fizzle out. I cannot. We have not fizzled out, and we are not going anywhere. Until that guy, every piece of lie, every deceit, living Monday other thing, Monday Jacky, Monday Zino, Gap what any solution? My brother, you just follow me on that. I'm not going to know on your phone that I need. Makala, I know, I will that I need. When you know political solution, I'm not even got a food because I know. Ewu share no, ewu no ku, bu beta na Igbo. People worry na egwu awayida. Monsieur, all of you Can you put a guy only a woman? I can only marry two. Who now marry you and I say, Yaida. Okay, so we are the Abba. I'm I'll be ready to brush off. You don't have to respond to them. You don't have to respond to them. Because you are super God. You know, it's Anapuku. Ubeloge, he launched the ESN. I know what I read here. What no choreographed. Nobody bujas wedge. If a Siane, Yabe Quinsu, your first of we am me. I hear me gear. Why don't know when I'm at the level this you will take go who go. I cannot do. A lot of people have given their best, their monies and everything, with the hope of securing freedom for our people. All of a sudden, they have now become, some of them were rats in the cage, some of you were, now we now know that some of you are now cancer, and they are supposed to cut you out. By the way, my brother, Anne was Sophia. I don't want to call her name here because that fool knows the truth. But she chose to follow the flesh. I even extended a call to her. And she's told me, I'll call you back. I'll call you back. Never come back. Because I wanted to find out, does it mean you don't understand simple truth? Does it mean she don't understand simple truth? That even in the wake of that time, I was arranging for her to come on Radio BIAFRA so that Mazimefo can give her a platform to be broadcasted on Radio BIAFRA. So that she can give up this Facebook broadcast. When I look at her thinking that she's speaking the truth, she can tell that she's speaking from a very good heart. I thought she was a human being. Never knew she would sell her conscience to this level. By the way, there's one that none of you are talking about. This very eloquent girl, lady, Nkana Ejiro, the one that it beats my imagination that Ejiro will go back working with the witch of Massachusetts. After the witch of Massachusetts send the voicemails denigrating and desecrating this woman and their family. It beats my imagination. Nejiro Gapota, Sina Wosu and Massachusetts, Madame Rewa. Ona za Madame. Manaka yin kava no ife banye gulu nyomo no. Na tisa amosu ne fegari na anyase. Non never come. Their mother. A woman that does not have respect for nobody, including herself, including her family. She don't have respect for. She don't respect nobody. That's why there's no sin. You can no beef on her body. She's almost like a starfish. You can see her behavior in her bodily flesh. You go on the canco, on a fegari, on a fenuchichi, ufenanyas, ufenefifi. Very wicked witch. And now, some of these clowns are calling her mama. God forbid that thing. And I'm wondering, because Ejiro was mentioned as a part of the cancer yesterday. Ejiro, common sense, even in the wake of that trauma, because I believe that the voice message is this which you may make traumatized her family and
I have all of them. So many.
I have it.
So
I
many.
still have it up to
It was
tomorrow.
called, look at the kind of language she used. I can't even Josephine Erewa use.
Yeah.
I keep wondering.
Kind of language
shame. You open your toto. You pour Igbo man.
Oyibo do whatever spit on you.
Oh God.
And the message I called this old man and I apologize. Say a question like why I be na radio. Now why I when only BIAFRA Walobi. This woman said something terrible to a Biafran, and that she should not be able to be coming to the broadcast. But I was there because of his mischievousness. Now, for enjoyer, continue to allow this woman to come and do host in a Radio Biafra. It didn't last for 3 months, and that was over. Because nobody will show you who this woman is. Just walk with her for 2 months, you will know who she is. Complete witch of Massachusetts. Okay, and Ejiro has the guts to be meddling with these people and calling her mama. Hey, my brother, I don't even want to go where I'm going, but sometimes it's good things are happening. Things are happening and it's going to continue to happen. All of them, unless you disengage on time. Disengage from this lunaticism. Call leadership a savior freedom fight. Make yourself available. We know how we build this family. We know how we contributed money. Everybody diligently. Everybody in their own area working so diligently. And this family became a huge family. Today, people can come on the radio and say you have been expelled from the family. So that whenever you commit crime, any crime you commit is on your own. Or they will come after you with their lawyers. Where are the lawyers? Okay, so Biafrans, for the one that are still lingering, like the last caller said, he's appealing to you, he's not angry with them because he has to come a long way to understand that what is being said to him was wrong. I will kind of tamper that situation with another mercy, but continue to give you guys the opportunity to come back to life, come back to the family. We have not gotten to where we're going. If anything, this Epidemic has disgraced us. He has messed all of us up. He has, trying to pocket all of us as if this is all we know. So the family is still the same. What we are looking for, we haven't gotten. So we are asking you to dust yourself up, according to Peter Tosh. He said, dust yourself up. Start all over again. We haven't gotten to our destination. Do not settle for nothing. We are not settling for the contraption. Even though we have to embark on all the modalities to make sure that we are not abandoning the entire place for them. But as we do these things, as you come with truthfulness. That's the only thing that will set you free. It is not about Nnamdi Kanu and his family. Of course, you know he's a failure, complete failure. All this drama he's doing, whenever he comes out, we will give him our words. He can continue. He can continue to use all Joseph Kanu. He can continue to use them. All these people that he thinks he's working out a political process with. He can continue. But Biafrans have rejected him, and Biafrans will reject him forever. As a matter of fact, whenever he finishes with the Nigerian terrorist government, we will take over. There's no emperor in Biafra land. He will never have that opportunity. Whatever he thinks he's planning and what is going to be in the future, it's not going to happen. We've already got enough terror. And people need to start resisting this terror. People need to start identifying all these idiots that are stopping people from going about their businesses. So people come, as you come, whichever pro-Biafra group you want to be a part of, you are free to do that because we haven't gotten Biafra yet. But as we come, we must come with truthfulness. We also must come with humility. That is the key to everything. None of us is God. None of us is differently presented before God. As according to our Lord Yeshua, He brought us out of slavery and made us children. I am a child of God. Okay? Say those a royal priesthood who are called out of darkness into the marvelous light. If you can claim that, if you know that you have been called out of darkness into a marvelous light, then you must allow your light to shine. And don't think that somebody is your Messiah. God forbid that thing. All this blasphemy needs to come to an end. My reverend, I wanted to say thundermost, of course, almost thundering. I want to thank you so very much, my brother, for holding on. The whole thing is yielding fruits. Of course, the scripture says that faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. And that word of God we must continue to preach here. And our people will return back to God Almighty so we can continue to march. We are still in the wilderness, but we know that with God, all things are possible. Thank you very much, my brother. May God continue to keep, bless, and may His face continue to shine upon you until Biafra comes from beyond. There will.
There will, sir. Thank
Amen.
you very much. Amen. Thank you very much, and good night from here. And of course, this Church, we bring the program to an end. I will sincerely appreciate those of you who called in and make your positive contribution, and sincere apology to those of you. I may not be able to take your call at this instance. Tomorrow is another day. We continue from where we stop, but make no mistake about the whole idea. We were trying to steer the water properly, and so the mods, the deficit can all gather on the same angle, and then we build them out once and for all. We have a nation to deliver, a nation to restore, and believe me, we cannot afford to be reckless about the whole thing, but rather we will stand our ground and do the right thing to the end. Good night from here, and God bless you.
you want